year with significant change. And, he's going to be a good NHL coach. He is a good NHL coach, and I wish him well. His family was a big part of is a big part of his success and dynamic. And we're going to wish them well in everything they do moving forward.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that he'll have a job here pretty soon, and he'll have the pick of a job pretty soon if the NHL stays true and they change coaches the way that they do. Look, he's not someone that you can't blame, but he's not at the top of my list, and I don't think he's the top of Don Sweeney's list. And it's on the players. It really is. I mean, so he comes in and they have the historic season the way that they did, regular season 2 years ago. Obviously, massive disappointment in that loss to the Florida Panthers in the first round in 7 games when you're up 3-1 in that series. And then you move on and you go into next year. And so last season, nobody really knew what to expect last season. I think that they maybe overachieved a little bit last year based on, losing some guys, losing some key players out of their lineup, huge losses out of their lineup.
Sure.
And they really did a nice job last year during the regular season. They won in the 7 games against Toronto. That was tight. Toronto had a couple of injuries along the way, but the Bruins still prevailed in 7 games. I didn't expect them to beat. They were underdog against Florida, and Florida came out on top. But the compete level, the way that they played, the structure that they played with, was not there this year. It has not been there this year. And the coaches didn't forget how to coach. So to me, it's on the players. And Jim Montgomery's the guy that loses his job because of it. But if the players that are in the lineup today and moving forward, if they don't do their jobs, if they don't play up to their expectations, you're going to have the team that you're seeing so far through the first 20 games of the season. And that's what we've had.
Well, the point you're making, Don Sweeney addressed during his press conference yesterday, it's not just the 8-9-3 record through 20 games that's disappointing. Sweeney said, you look up and down this roster, it's difficult to find too many players who have lived up to expectations.
It's hard to wrap your head around the fact that you've got maybe upwards of 10 players off of what their norms would be, not even their high side of things, if you go back a year ago. So that's concerning, and that's been part of this, especially teams, which has been a pretty strong staple of our organization for a number of years, and they're well underwater, and we have to get back to address it. A lot of the same personnel, so that's a little confusing at times to realize that we're not executing what the pre-scout is going to be, and that again falls back on the players in a lot of ways. The 5-on-5 and the expected, how we look at things and what we're generating, it puts a lot of pressure on your team when you're not tight. Especially teams-wise, we've taken way too many penalties, so we've been undisciplined in that regard. We're putting a lot of pressure, on that part of our game. You couple that with where our goaltending was last year versus, the up and down a little bit in the performance level there. It's team-wide, and that's where it's confounding to me. And looking at every little area of our group that we need to be better from structure on out.
Yeah. 10? I'd go higher than that. I don't have a defenseman that's playing up to their capabilities so far this season. If you can name me one, name me one.
The closest would be Hampus Lindholm, and he's out of the lineup.
He's out of the lineup, but I think he started a little slow and then he was getting much better and turning the corner, I thought. Wotherspoon's expected to be a 6-7D. Okay, he's done his job, right? I don't have a defenseman, and so that as a group is a major concern. Has Swayman been up to task? No, he hasn't. He hasn't been as good as he needs to be. He's been good. I don't think he's been bad as his numbers show because the defense in front of him has been so bad.
Right.
But he's made some big saves at times. He's also allowed some goals he'd like to have back, but he's not quite there. Korpisalo's been fine, right? But up front, how many players up front other than the fourth-line guys can you say have had
And even the fourth line has
season above expectation? The fourth line was good at the beginning, and if it hadn't been for them, this record would be a lot worse.
Right, but in the last couple of weeks, they've started having to split them up, and
they're trying to get
something going.
Other lines going.
Yeah.
So I'm going above 10 in terms of guys that are giving you what your expectations are. And that individually, we've been saying this all along, and so it's no secret, right? I'm glad to hear him say it. I'm glad to hear Donnie Sweeney say it to the press, because it's stuff that we've been saying all along, whether it's on the hockey show or whether it's right here. Like, you've got individuals that are far below expectations, and this is why you're a 500 team, actually below 500 team right now.
Well, as things have, they've continued to struggle early on in this season, possibility of a coaching change obviously has been swirling in the media, but yesterday at the press conference, Don Sweeney said his concerns about the direction of this team go back to even before the season got underway.
We were flat all the way through training camp. Whether or not they thought it was going to be easy and the guys that had really good last year, would come out and then it would just fall in place. Again, this league is incredibly humbling if you have that approach to the game, and it'll expose you in a hurry. And that's sort of what's happened to our group, in the fact that it doesn't come easy and you have to work harder as a result of it. And you have to have more structure in place to fall back on success. And that's what our fan base expects. That's what you guys expect. And I clearly expect it. So we're going to get back to it. And if we don't, it falls back on me in terms of the player personnel.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's just, I don't know what, I mean, you look at every number, right? And I'm not big on analytics, but you look at every number, like whether it's goals for, goals against, power play, penalty killing, right down the line. You don't have to get into analytics to know that this is a bad team right now. It's a team that's far below expectations. They expect to be a contender, and they're nowhere near that right now. They need to figure out a lot of things in their lineup. Can Joe Sacco do that? Can he bring that out of them? There's a new voice at the front, kind of change things for them. That still remains to be seen. Somebody asked me yesterday, Ryan, and I don't know what your opinion is in this, but did the fact that Jim Montgomery didn't have a contract, do you think that had played anything on the way that the players played so far this season? I don't think so. I don't know for a fact, but I don't think so. I don't think that they even think that far, in advance, or take that into consideration. I don't think I would have as a player, but it's a valid question. And it's
from the outside looking in, though, it felt like he had the respect of the room.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're with them, we're around them. I believe that. I do believe that. But until guys play up to their expectations, and not everybody has the same expectations, right? I mean, if you're a fifth defenseman, okay, here's my expectation.
Right.
If you're David Pastrnak, here's my expectation, and I've got my hand a little higher. But I mean, it's until they start doing that, you're going to be mired in this 500 game. You've got a favorable schedule. We went over this the other day.
Yeah.
You've already thrown away the first two games at home, but you're in a stretch of 8 of 11 at home, and only one team that you play out of the 11 games, starting 2 games ago, only one team, and that's Vancouver, has an over 500 record. It's a great opportunity to make up ground and then to gain ground on some of the teams that are 500.
And as you said, the Bruins have already lost the first 2 games in that stretch. Well, coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including the Capitals dealing with a serious injury to Alex Ovechkin.
It means that everybody, including coaches, needs to do a little bit more to make up for the void of him not being around.
And up next, we'll talk more about the coaching change. We'll hear from Joe Sacco as he prepares for his first game as interim head coach.
Everybody feels a little bit responsible for what happened. It's a situation where we're in this business, unfortunately, you have to curb it pretty quickly, and you have to shift your focus right away to what's coming up next.
That's on the way here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's Overdraft Privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Blinds.com is kicking off the savings early with Black Friday mega deals all month long. Avoid the home renovation overwhelm. Swapping out old blinds for custom window coverings is a small project with big results. And Blinds.com makes it easy and affordable. It's a busy season. Skip the long lines or waiting around all day just to get a quote. With Blinds.com, shopping online doesn't mean sacrificing on quality, style, or service. A Blinds.com design expert can help you make the perfect selection on your schedule. We can even handle everything from measure to install. And you can get window treatments for your whole home installed for just one low cost. With over 25 million windows covered, Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings. Shop Black Friday mega deals all month long at Blinds.com. Get up to 45% off site-wide and a free professional measure right now at Blinds.com. That's up to 45% off and a free measure now at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
You can put some change in a stranger's parking meter. Don't pick up your phone inside the movie theater. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Get one. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Jesus.
Back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Utah Hockey Club, and it will be the debut of interim head coach Joe Sacco, who takes over for Jim Montgomery after he was relieved of his duties earlier this week. And now the question becomes, will the coaching change make a big difference, and how will Sacco and the players go about getting this team back to where they want to be?
Well, I think we get out of it by our going back to our work ethic. I think it starts there and making sure that whether it's in practice, pregame skates, wherever we are in the weight room, that we start with a strong work ethic as a group. And when you have that foundation, everything else will take care of itself. Typically, when you have the work ethic and you have good energy in your practice and you have some enthusiasm, the execution will take care of itself after that. But right now, what we're looking for from this group as a staff is to make sure that, they believe that they're a good team, because we have good players in this room and they're capable of more. And it's our job as a coaching staff to make sure that we get it out of them.
Well, I don't know if that's an indictment or not. When you talk about work ethic, right? I mean, you talk about work ethic during a game. There are games where, uncharacteristically, they've been outworked this year. And that comes up, in the post-game scrums, with the coaching staff when they talk about that and say that we got outworked, we got, we lost too many battles, that type of thing. That's the basics of it, but there's a lot more to it in terms of how they're going to win games and how they're going to get back to this thing. But it does start with that. That's a framework for how you get back to good habits, and that's what they're trying to do.
Well, kind of go back to what we heard from Don Sweeney a few minutes ago, talking about training camp, and maybe guys thought it was a little easier than it was.
Well, guys had jobs, right? I mean, I think that was. I think there's 1 or 2 guys that earned jobs, right? I mean, like a Koepke who came in and earned a job in in training camp, but. I mean, we did, 4 games in training camp. He kept saying, well, it's not their team. It's not their team. There's a lot of guys from Providence that are playing here, but it was underwhelming. I mean, it really was. And I don't put a huge amount of stock into training camp in terms of the exhibition games. But if it translates into the regular season, then you can retrace it back to saying, oh, wow, we didn't have a good camp. And I thought it was a weird camp anyhow.
Yeah.
It was a weird schedule. Usually you've got 5 or 6 days before you start the season between your last exhibition game and starting the year. This year was way different, right? You finish the year, or finish the the preseason, and all of a sudden you're jumping right into games. And there's just very, very little practice time. So I thought it was a little bit disjointed in a lot of ways. The preseason was and training camp was.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have, Marchand didn't have a full camp. Elias Lindholm didn't have anywhere close to a full camp. Swayman misses all of training camp, obviously, with the contract
Pasternak
situation.
Had an injury last year in the World Championship. So, it adds up. And then the schedule itself, which I said it when it happened. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Well, Joe Sacco tonight going to make some changes in the lineup. He'll see Jonas Korpisalo getting the start between the pipes tonight. Mark Kastelik is back after missing the last game with an injury. Cole Koepke back in after being a healthy scratch. Parker Wotherspoon's going to play today as Osterley comes out, and Jeffrey Viel has been sent to Providence. Tyler Johnson looks like he's going to be a healthy scratch tonight as well. We'll continue on the pregame show. Get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray next here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's overdraft privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today, federally insured by NCUA.
Now, Two Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives. Get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
It's afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Thursday night football features the Cleveland Browns hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, while the Patriots preparing for the Dolphins in Miami this Sunday. And baseball news, Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge won the American League Most Valuable Player Award. It is his second. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Innocent Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandoilChange.com for 15% off an extra after oil change at Valvoline Innocent Oil Change now, but in Franklin, Billerica, and Peabody. I'm Joe Murray. Ryan and Bob take you around the NHL next on the 98.5, the Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Brown University's online MPH. Learn anywhere. Impact everywhere. Graduateprograms.brown.edu.
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in
a test drive? Absolutely.
Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier. Oh, the Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen.
All right.
Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive.
Nice.
So what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping?
About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now, get a low $259 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $47.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 12/2/24.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline. Turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Bruins at Utah Hockey Club coming up here at TD Garden as we take a quick look around the NHL, and we'll focus in on Washington, where Alex Ovechkin fractured fibula. Spencer Carberry will be without his captain for 4 to 6 weeks.
When someone like that you lose, it's significant, but now you sort of shift your focus as coaches and as players and as the leadership group of, okay, now where do we go from here? It means that everybody, including coaches, needs to do a little bit more to make up for the void of him not being around. So that's what we'll focus on, is everybody pulling a little bit more.
Yeah, Ovechkin's quest to take over the all-time goals lead over Wayne Gretzky gets derailed a little bit here. He's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. They're saying, if past tells you anything, dictates anything, he'll be back probably sooner than that 6 weeks number. But 15 goals, leads the NHL in goals. I mean, that's a big blow, not only to the Capitals, but to him, in individually trying to catch Wayne Gretzky. And a lot of people didn't think it would happen this year. I certainly didn't think it would happen this year, but he is on a tear right now. And he'll have to take a back seat here for at least a few weeks until we can get back in the lineup.
Huge loss for the Caps, who have been one of the big surprises in the league early on. That's our look around the NHL. Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco joins us next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Need new kitchen cabinets or shower remodel? Get your installation this month with no money down and no payments for just 24 months plus. Score 15% off when you mention so for your next visit. That's right, luxurymakeover.com.
Don't miss our month-long Black Friday sales event at Imperial Cars. We're loaded with over 2,000 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of certified pre-owned and Carfax one-owner vehicles, too. Take advantage of great finance rates, as low as 0%, and great lease offers, too. Plus, exclusively at Imperial Cars, make no payments until next year. That's right, no payments until next year. Click ImperialCars.com or stop on by. Just look for the car in the sky.
We're turning back the clock for Providence Bruins Retro Weekend on November 30th and December 1st, featuring your favorite 90s music and more. Plus, see the debut of the team's all-new alternate jerseys. Visit ProvidenceBruins.com to get your tickets today.
Football means more than a score. It means more than winning. Football means tailgates and home parties. And to make them great, you need McKinnon Super Butcher Shops. Kick off your football event with McKinnon steak tips, spare ribs, sausages, meat at McKinnon. Order now. Shop McKinnons.com.
Start seeing 2020 this year. Go where new head coach Gerard Mayo went for his LASIK vision correction. The pros at Boston Vision. Book a free evaluation today at bostonvision.com, because your best vision is Boston Vision.
Want to help bring Massachusetts into the national college football conversation? Discover the Midnight Ride Collective, the NIL collective created by UMass alums, for UMass alums, and for football fans throughout New England. The Midnight Ride Collective was created to support UMass athletes by facilitating NIL opportunities and to create an avenue where fans and businesses alike can help foster a successful Minuteman football program. Learn more and join the ride today at MidnightRideNIL.com. That's MidnightRideNIL.com. Yeah, buddy.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms. Well, as you go into your first game as interim head coach, I know you said yesterday it's a little bittersweet how this comes about, but what does this opportunity mean to you to get another chance as a head coach in the league and to be able to do it here in your hometown?
It's exactly right. Like I said yesterday, I think anytime you have the opportunity to coach in this league, it's an honor, whether you're the NHL assistant coach or you're a head coach. And for me, getting a second crack is always something that I wanted to try to do. It came under circumstances that aren't ideal, as we all know. Losing Monty was not an easy decision for management. It's been hard on us, too, because obviously we feel like we let him down in some capacity. But for me, it's an exciting day because, not just because it's another crack at it, but it's an original six team. It's the Bruins. I grew up in this area. I'm a local kid, and I just think that makes it even extra special. And so I'm looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of work ahead of us, but I'm certainly going to take it in.
You've been with the organization a while here. You've worked under multiple head coaches, but what in particular do you take away from the time that you spent working with Monty here in the last 2+ seasons?
I think his communication skills were excellent, and I think that's probably the biggest thing that I took from him was his ability to communicate with the players on a consistent basis, day in and day out, whether it was good, whether we won a game or we lost a game, the outcome of the game, it didn't matter. He was pretty consistent with his communication with the players, and for me, I think that's the biggest thing that I probably took from Monty.
All right, 20 games in, this team, for most people, is underachieving right now. What's the biggest reason for that, do you think?
I think it goes back to, well, we have guys underperforming, obviously, and we need to, as a staff, find a way to help them by giving them the necessary information to get them out of it. And the other thing is we need to get back to playing the Bruins hockey, I guess I'll call it, being a hard team to play against, especially when we don't have the puck. And I think if we can get back and recreate that identity, you'll see every other area of our game start to pop a little bit more. You're not going to be able to fix 4 or 5 things overnight. I mean, we've been trying that for a while. So we're focused on a couple of areas that we think we can help our guys that'll improve our chances of winning and helping them play better.
Defensively, I mean, there have been a number of issues over the course of the first 20 games. You need to tighten up. What does that look like in your eyes?
In my eyes, it's keeping the play to the outside, whether it's through the neutral zone, defending the rush, or even in zone. It's about keeping pucks and players to the outside. And we have a big D-core. We certainly need to protect the middle of the ice. To me, that's a good look for us. When we're protecting the middle of the ice and we're keeping it to the outside, we're giving everybody a chance to have a better shot at winning hockey games, whether it's our D or our forwards. And so that's one area I think really that when I look at our team, how can we be better? It's protecting the middle of the ice.
Hearing from the captains yesterday, they sounded like they were, really kind of shaken up about this. What's the feeling like in the room here the last couple of days as everybody digests the change and what you guys have laying forward?
It's hard. I mean, like I said before, you lose a coach that's not only an excellent coach, he's a really good person. Even more importantly, he's a better person. So when guys go through this, everybody feels a little bit responsible for what happened. It's a situation where, though, what we're in this business, unfortunately, you have to curb it pretty quickly, and you have to shift your focus right away to what's coming up next. And they've been very professional about that. I think they all feel like we let Monty down, and now it's time to move on and maybe show them, like, hey, we know we should have played better for you.
Well, let's talk about what lies ahead next. Utah is in town tonight. What challenges did they put in front of you? They skate well. Their top 2 lines produce most of their offense. For us to neutralize their speed, it's important that we stay committed to checking tonight. It's also important that we keep them in front of us. I don't want to see anybody getting behind us here tonight. Keep the game in front of us. That's one area that'll be a challenge for us. Once they set up in the offensive zone, they have some skilled players that like to play on the outside. They get into more of a spread look, shall you say. So even more important for us to do a good job protecting the guts of the ice. Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight. Okay, thanks. Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco joining us. They'll take on the Utah Hockey Club coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station.
Came from a decision of our team really just not performing to the level of expectations that we have grown to appreciate as a fan of the sporting community here. And for me, I had to change course.
After Monday's loss to Columbus, Don Sweeney and the Bruins made the decision to move on from Jim Montgomery in hopes of turning the season around. And interim head coach Joe Sacco has been tasked with doing just that.
Right now, what we're looking for from this group as a staff is to make sure that they believe that they're a good team, because we have good players in this room and they're capable of more, and it's our job as a coaching staff to make sure that we get it out of them.
It's the start of the Joe Sacco era for the Bruins as they welcome in the Utah Hockey Club. It's coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club getting ready here at TD Garden alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. We talked about the coaching change in the pregame. What are you most hoping to see out of the Bruins tonight?
Defense. It's what I've been preaching all year long. We've been talking about it all year long, and something that Joe Sacco echoed in the conversation that he had with us, and it's protect the middle of the ice. You can't be making the same mistakes that they made the other day, and it's happened far too often, just not the other day, in that game against Columbus, and expect to win hockey games. They're just head-scratching mistakes. They're mental errors. There's physical errors as well, but they're mental errors that are being made in games that just it leaves you just scratching your head and saying, why did this happen? How did this happen? And protecting the middle of the ice is about as basic as it gets. Protecting the middle, protecting the slot area, forcing teams to shoot from the outside, not giving up rebounds, and being a harder team to play against defensively.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening face-off coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Utah Hockey Club for the second and final time in this regular season. Utah owns a 2-1 overtime win over the Bruins out in Salt Lake City back on October the 19th. And just before we get to face-off, let's go down to ice level and Todd Angeli to perform tonight's national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem. We get set for the opening faceoff. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. For the Utah Hockey Club, Karel Vejmelka will start in goal. On defense, the pairing of Mikhail Sergachev and Olli Mata. And up front, Matthias Michelli, Logan Cooley, Lawson Krause. For the Bruins, it'll be Jonas Korpisalo going in goal. On defense, the pairing of Mason Lohrei and Charlie McAvoy. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SPORTSHUB to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Natalie Laramie of Hyannis, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Natalie will pick up a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins go from left to right here in period number 1, and we'll get the puck deep into Utah territory right away. In on the forecheck is Geekie. Pastrnak trying to spin it back toward the point, instead got forced back toward the end wall. Geekie right there, battling for possession in the far corner, tried to kick it free. Pasternak's got it on his stick. Gets it back to Lohrei at the blue line, backhands it toward Pastrnak off his skate, picks it up off the far boards. Brings it out toward the blue line, pass in the direction of Zacha, chopped away by Logan Cooley. And Utah will drag it out of the zone with Krause sending it up the far right wing side. Pivots across ice now. Charlie McAvoy skating onto a free puck, runs into Cole, and Utah will get it back in their own zone. Just underway here at TD Garden. As Utah coming forward, pass gets away from Clayton Keller, and then he takes a big hit in the far corner from Zadorov. Off the far wall, kept in by Maverick Lamoureux. He'll send it across ice toward the near side and dumped in deep by Cole once again, who goes all the way around the far boards and out.
Need to see more of that from Zadorov, but it has to be at the right time. That's the right time there on Keller. You know, you can't be those times where he kind of steps up and looking for the big hit when it's really taking yourself out of position. Those are the ones that have come back to hurt him. So that's the right time right there, and that's a good player that he's doing it on.
Fred Frederick dumps it in around behind Vejmelka, who comes out to play it. They steer it around the far boards. Nick Schmaltz with a little space, and he'll clear the puck. Carlo couldn't get it out of the Bruins zone out near the blue line, but angled off into the far corner. Boyle wrapped it around near side for Carlo. He'll play it out into neutral zone. Missed Frederick with the pass, and that will be a Bruins icing with 1:49 gone here in the first period.
Yeah, that's, you know, those are some of the things I'm watching for, to see if guys can kind of right themselves. You know, the unnecessary icings. That's a missed pass. Yep. I mean, that's an easy tape-to-tape pass right there. And, you know, Brandon Carlo's trying to find his game. He's a valuable part of this team. He knows that. But that pass should be made. And now you got an icing coming back in your own zone.
They win the face-off inside the defensive zone, but Schmaltz able to hold it in, throws it in front. Wotherspoon steers it away from there. Now thrown back toward the net by Olli Mata, but never made it to Korpisalo. Puck spun back around the far boards by Barrett Hayton. Mata waiting for it at the far point. They'll work it back to him now, center of the blue line. Here's Sergachev stepping in left circle and shot right into the midsection of Korpisalo. He hangs on.
Yeah, this is all after, I mean, not only did you take the icing, but then you win the draw and you turn it over.
Right.
And now Utah's got the puck in your zone, and Sergachev gets a pretty good opportunity from inside the dot on the left wing side and left wing circle. Korpisalo makes a good save, but these are times that you shouldn't be spending inside your own zone.
We've seen a lot of that in recent games where the Bruins just get hemmed in their own end and can't make the easy play out.
Johnny Dunleavy on the Jumbotron. He's an employee of the Bruins. He was prominent yesterday at the Pucks and Paddles, as were you, right?
Well, I was
for one game anyhow.
Until Cole Koepke's team took us out very quickly in the first round.
You were proud that you got 4 points, though.
3.
Oh, sorry.
Don't want to inflate it. 11-3.
Oh, I thought it was 4. Okay.
We scored 2 of the last 4 points, so I'm proud of that.
All right.
Here's McAvoy bringing through neutral ice. He'll carry it across the line. Right wing circle, throws it in front. He had Kastelik crashing the doorstep, but Vejmelka able to scoop up that puck before he had a chance at it.
Yeah, this is a team in Utah that's, look, they're going to make some mistakes. They're young, they're speedy, they've got some talent. They've got a lot of good young players. They just beat Carolina 4-1 the other day, although they got outshot 50-21. But they just beat Carolina 4-1. So, they're a team that can certainly win some games, and they're right around that 500 mark right now. But it's more about black and gold, right? For the Bruins today.
Yeah, Utah 2-4 over their last 6 games, including that win over Carolina.
They've lost their last 2.
Puck taken by Mate.
Good teams, though, right? Vegas and Washington.
Yeah. Play down into the right wing corner by Kerfoot. Peak and Zadorov both in there deep here for the Bruins. 3 minutes gone in this first period. No score early. Zacha reaching in with a stick against Jack McBain. Zadorov steers it free, but Mata out near the blue line keeps in. Good pressure, though, to force it out of the zone by Geekie. Chased it all the way across the ice against Kerfoot, who has the puck on his stick now and drops it back to Mata inside the Utah zone. Pressured by Pasternak. It'll come back to Kerfoot at the red line. Now Cooley stepping into the Bruins zone. Tried a shot from the left circle. Carlo helped to deny that. It just goes trickling in on Korpisalo, and he covers it up.
Yeah, Cooley, one of those good young players on this team. Left-hand shot. Gets that puck on the left side there. Just kind of fanned on a shot. He was right in the same spot that Sergachev was when he had his opportunity. Cooley, 3rd overall from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. 3 goals, 12 points in 18 games so far. Or second-year pro out of University of Minnesota. Takes the face-off here against Elias Lindholm, and he wins it. It's pushed toward the near side corner for Matias Michelli. And out in front, Bruins push that out to the blue line and out as Kesselring comes back to play it. Deflected pass, nearly picked off by Marchand at center ice. Instead, it's McAvoy to Brazo, and in deep to the Utah zone it goes. Marchand gets in there on it and was able to get it onto his stick, but now along the near board's taken away, and Cooley will drive it up through neutral ice all the way to the far side in front of the Bruins bench. He sweeps it around behind Korpisalo. Trying to get an outlet pass was Lorei. It hit a skate kick back into the corner, and now Cole along the near side of the blue line keeps it in, but wraps it all the way around the boards, and it comes out to neutral ice. Brazo.
That was dangerous. That door for Utah was wide open there as they were making a change.
Got hit and nearly went into the open door. The linesman was in the middle of that as well. Now we got a whistle, and
Utah's not too happy here. They think that shouldn't have been icing. I think they're bringing it back to center ice.
15:40 to go here in the first period. Bruins and Utah scoreless.
Admit the mistake, bring it back to center ice.
Always good when the officials can get it right.
We all make mistakes. Yep. Just get it right.
Off the face-off. Trying to find possession. Wotherspoon will deal it down the right wing corner. Frederick goes in after it against Cole.
Either that or it was an offside, but I thought it was an icing, but that they
I think
rescinded.
Puck off the side of the net here, and Vejmelka will pin it against the side of the net, get a whistle.
Vejmelka was in net for that game that they gave up 50 shots, but they won that game 4-1 against Carolina.
Yeah, 49 saves on the night. That is, to this point, his only victory of the season in 5 starts. So the Bruins will get an attack zone face-off here with 15:26 to go in the first. Utah is the only official shot on goal to this point.
Yeah, that was Sergachev. Good opportunity.
Face-off win by Zacha. Carlo from the right point. Lays it down toward the corner. Got through Zaka. Lamoureux in the far corner. Lost it to Pasternak. Played it back toward the blue line, but in between the defensemen and coming back to get it is Wotherspoon. Off the far boards. It'll pop free to Pasternak. Skating through the center ice circle. Brings it to the Utah line. Knocked off his stick there. Geekie couldn't make a play on it. Instead, now it's Lamoureux sending back through neutral ice. Zaka takes that away. Here's Pasternak, right wing circle. A shot just wide of the short side. Nick Bjugstad will bring Utah back. Over to Keller. Keller moves it down the left wing wall. Centering pass kicked away by Peak. Pasternak reaching for it. Tripped over a fallen Keller. Along the near side circle and bringing behind the net is Dylan Gunther. Off to Keller, left wing circle. Just outside the dot. Took the shot, saved Korpisalo. Rebound scooped up by Peak. Brings it behind the net and lifts it off the far boards and out.
Good opportunity for Pasternak earlier in that shift, right? It was a turnover.
Oh, he nearly forced a turnover there in the Utah zone.
But it led to a 2-on-1 going down. Pasternak took that shot from the right wing side, and he's trying to go short side of Vejmelka. Vejmelka catches with the glove in his right hand, so it was blocker side.
Puck on the stick, and Nikita Zadorov fires it off the near boards, racing down ice to get it in the Utah zone is Cole Koepke. He'll spin it back in behind the net. And a foot race to get to it as Kastelik puts a shoulder into Barrett Hayton. Back behind the net it comes. Lorei pinching down toward the far side hash mark. Schmaltz will lift it off the glass and out. Beecher back at his own blue line. Quick up here for Koepke. Well, we got a fight at center ice. It's Kastelik and Robert Bortuzzo. They've got each other in tight here, and Kastelik wrestles him to the ice. See what precipitated that. But the crowd appreciative of Kastelik's efforts. 13:43 to go here in the first period. Bruins in Utah scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that makes sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Get holiday ready, great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with a Ford F-Series. Kastelik and Bortuzzo go to the box for fighting. Bortuzzo came right off the bench and grabbed Kastelik, who had thrown a couple of hits on that shift.
Yeah, nothing bad, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the hit by Zadorov on Keller was way worse than anything Kastelik just did. I got to believe it either goes back to last game or the fact that Utah's lost 2 in a row and the Bruins have, gone through their changes, and, maybe it was predetermined. It looked like Kastelik was trying to go off the ice on a line change, but as soon as Bortuzzo jumped on the ice as Kastelik was going by the bench, he didn't shy away from it. Kastelik was ready to go. So, like I said, it's either they talked about it beforehand, both teams, struggling, we need to drop the gloves, or maybe it goes back to the last time these two teams met.
Face-off win here by Utah.
The guys have long memories, Ryan. That's one thing I know a lot of. Stuff that happens earlier in a season or even a season before. Guys, don't forget.
Puck is played out toward the neutral zone here by Utah.
I had a teammate, and he went right after a guy start the game. And we were asking, like, what's that all about? What happened? He goes, oh, back in junior.
Here's Marchand bringing the Bruins forward. Tries to drag it toward the slot. It bounced free to McAvoy, who threw one toward the net. But Utah will steer it out of their zone with McBain sending through neutral ice. Mason Lohrei will circle back behind his own net here for the Bruins. 7 minutes gone in this first period, no score. So Lohrei wraps it around behind the net. Like you said, sometimes it's history, sometimes it's the guys have decided that the team needs a little pick-me-up tonight.
You're going through warm-up, you know. McAvoy Carlo just got finished there by Krause. I think Krause is going to go for Tripp. But there are long memories, trust me. I mean, the guy told me, well, like 5 years ago back in junior, this guy chopped me, and I haven't had a chance to play against him yet, so okay.
Utah number 67, 2 minutes for tripping.
Lawson Krause to the penalty box. Bruins will get a power play with 12:42 to go here in the first period. So the power play, obviously, we've talked a lot about the struggles recently. They got a power play goal the other night against Columbus, but they gave up 2 shorthanded goals in the process. So
change here to the power play unit. They're going to use Merkulov, presumably on that right wing elbow. He's a left shot. So Pastrnak, McAvoy, Marchand, Lindholm, and Merkulov.
So face off in the near circle to our right. Lindholm wins it cleanly. Back to the right point for McAvoy. Brings it toward the center. Takes the shot. Blocked up and over the net. It'll come down near side. Marchand's got it. Merkulov out of the right circle. Stepping toward the net with a screen in front by Marchand. Throws it on goal. Vemelka made the save. Sergachev with a chance to clear and does with the backhand.
I think you've got Lindholm in the middle if you want to use him there when Merkulov has the puck.
McAvoy from the red line will drive it back in deep. Vemelka gets a piece of it, but it jumps around toward the far boards. Marchand trying to keep it free. Trying to find the handle for Utah was Kerfoot, and now Stenlund will send it the length of the ice. And at 22 to go in the man advantage. So even with the goal the other night, Bruins 1 for their last 27 on the power play and 3 for 42 over the last 11-plus games. Tooley gets one out of the zone here, and McAvoy comes back to get it. Bruins changing up the unit. Pavel Zacha gives it to Mason Lohrei. We got Brazo, Coyle, and Geekie up front here as Geekie comes down the right wing boards into the corner, leaves it there for Coyle. Coyle swept it free, but right between Zacha and Brazo, it goes all the way back into Boston territory. 44 seconds to go in the man advantage. Pass to the right side. Geekie got it just across the Utah line. Clearing effort. Bounced away, though, and stays in the zone as Brazo on the far boards now. Coyle got knocked to a knee. Lohrei gets it over to Zacha. Top of the right circle, a shot. Glove saved by Vemelka. No rebound.
Yeah. Out of sync, though. Entering the zone, an issue. Even the last play that they got into the zone on, they actually turned it over, and Utah just had a poor clearing attempt. They went off of a body. Pretty good look by Vemelka on that shot by Zacha from the right wing side. Definitely out of sync, though. You had that chance right off the bat, right? When Merkulov took the shot from the right wing side. That was after a face-off win, right at the very beginning of the power play.
Lohrei to keep in. Shoots it along the near boards to Brazo. Centering pass for Coyle was deflected. Geekie hustling out to the blue line to keep in, and then as he tries to throw one to the net, that's tipped and goes high up into the air. Zacha got it free. Here's Geekie stepping into a shot. Save made by Vemelka off the left pad, and he covers it up.
Yeah, Brazo a little frustrated with himself, but he was just about getting there, trying to get to that rebound. There was a loose puck after the initial shot was taken by Geekie on the left wing circle, and Brazo barreling to the net from the right side, tried to pull that puck away from him, couldn't quite do it. He was a little off balance as he was getting there. Great idea, and Vemelka stays with it.
Face-off in the offensive zone here with 6 seconds to go on the power play. Beecher wins the draw. Zadorov from out outside the far circle, throws one on goal. Vejmelka made the blocker save. Krause comes out of the penalty box. Beecher able to keep one alive, deals it back for Zadorov at the left point, stepping toward the face-off circle, sends around behind the net. Here's Peak one-timing a loose puck off the near boards. In on Vejmelka. Utah with possession with 10:25 to go here in the first period. There's no score. Bruins 0 for 1 early on the power play. Peak to Beecher. Forced backward. Beecher able to regain the puck. Zadorov inside his own zone. Pivots away from some pressure from Clayton Keller. Peak sends it up the right side. Koepke inside the Utah zone. Zacha sends one across. Here's Wotherspoon with a shot. Long rebound. Pasternak. And that one blocked as he tried to shoot a half-empty net from a tough angle.
He was from a sharp angle, but it looked like he had full control of it.
Kesselring got it out of the zone. Bukestad trying to move it forward. Wotherspoon gets tangled with Gunther. Both guys hit the deck, and we're going to see another penalty on the way here with 9:44 to go in the first period. Wotherspoon headed to the box this time. Utah will have a power play when we come back. Check that. Morgan Geekie headed to the penalty box for the penalty. So we will take a break, and Utah has the power play next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
9:44 to go here in the first period. Utah will get a power play as Geekie goes to the box. Bruins already with one power play on the night. That was brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve.
Yeah, tripping call on Geekie, got sticking on in between the legs there of Gunther, right in front of the Bruins bench. Pretty easy call.
Utah will get their power play set up here as Sergachev has the puck high slot. Here on to Michelli, throws one toward the front of the net in the air. No one could find the handle. Now Michelli does. Back to Sergachev and over to Keller for the one-timer. Off the shoulder of Korpisalo. Bruins can't get it cleared. Puck will come to the back of the net courtesy of Kerfoot, and now it will go the length of the ice as Carlos slaps it down there. Sergachev will circle back behind his own net. Utah Hockey Club 30th in the league on the power play this year at 13.7%. They are 1 for 20 over the last 7 games. Sergachev in the neutral zone. Michelli now turning it toward the center circle. Deals a pass left side for Kerfoot, who taps it in across the line. Keller and McAvoy collided going into the near corner, and Pete gets the opportunity to clear and does. Now Marchand going to chase Sergachev back deep into the Utah zone. 55 seconds to go on the Geekie penalty. Here's Dylan Gunther bringing to the Boston line. Puck came popping free toward Cooley. Zacha trying to find it as Krause was moving toward the slot. Instead now in the near corner, it's Carlo behind the net for Zadorov and a clear.
Smart play, right? Carlo protects that puck, holds it along the boards, draws a couple players to him, and then going to deal it on his backhand where he's got support from his partner behind the net.
Through the neutral zone comes Cooley and across the Boston line. Krause trying to drop it back and does to Kesselring. Collision in the near corner as Wotherspoon took him to the wall.
It's a big man taking to the wall, too. Krause's a big guy.
Yeah. Puck tied up in the near corner as Lohrei goes in behind the net. Taken away from him by Bjugstad. Back to the far point, Kesselring. Over to Cooley. Now Schmaltz to the left wing circle. Back up top for Kesselring. Power play about to expire. Schmaltz sent it in front off the skate of Lohrei and kicked just wide.
Interesting, the tail end of that power play. Witherspoon and Lohrei, your defenseman. You had Carlo and Zadorov out there earlier.
Here's Geekie chasing one into the Utah zone, but that one's going to get too far. It'll be an icing against Boston with 7:26 to go here in the first. Teams at full strength, no score. Well, if you're Joe Sacco, your first game, power play hasn't been working. Penalty kill hasn't been great. Experiment with a few different things. We saw Merkulov on that first power play unit.
Yeah, a couple changes. Kaslik coming out of the box as well as Bortuzzo. Stick taps by everybody on both benches. But, yeah, see how that goes here moving forward. That's just something to kind of keep an eye on. Personnel-wise, who they use and where they use them. How many minutes guys are getting. And sometimes the game will dictate that.
Sure. Cole Koepke's going to bring it out of the Bruin zone and from the red line dump it in around Vejmelka. Maverick Lamoureux challenged by Coyle. Sends a long pass up the right side that finds Stenlund near the Boston line. Now on to McBain. He will shoot it around behind the net. Stenlund moves it back to Lamoureux from the blue line. Shot blocked by Pete. Comes kicking toward the side of the net. McBain in behind. Got a stick up on Zadorov.
Yeah, Zadorov kind of sold this one. The stick was there initially, and then he threw his head back afterwards. But it's normal, right? We see that happen a lot with guys. If the stick's anywhere, up in the face area, they'll throw the head back. It looked like it was a little delayed reaction, though, by Zadorov. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, McBain comes in on the forecheck, got the stick up.
A little bit of a delayed reaction.
There's a delayed throw the head back.
A little Thomas Plekanec action from back in the day there.
Yeah, are you inferring that the Canadians?
Never.
It happens to everybody. It does. It's everywhere now.
Bruins get their second power play of this period. Utah gets a quick clear. McAvoy will circle back behind his net.
There's no doubt the stick's up.
Yeah.
But it was the delayed throw the head back.
Making sure the official saw that the stick got up, right?
Exactly.
Here's Marchand along the far side circle. He'll play it to Pasternak in the left wing corner. Pasternak brings it all the way out toward the blue line. Now skates it back down to the hash marks. Elias Lindholm, deflected pass. McAvoy backhands it back deep. Lindholm's got it left corner. Pasternak floats one back to McAvoy, center of the blue line. Back to Pasternak, one-timer, and Vejmelka makes the save of the far side of his crease. Pasternak again, back to McAvoy. Now onto the right circle for Marchand. He deals it, Merkulov, and deals it down low for Marchand along the goal line,
Yeah.
but centering pass is sent out of the zone.
Lindholm kept that puck alive, right? Utah had full possession of it. They were trying to use the middle of the ice to clear it, and he kept that alive and got the second chance for the Bruins.
Puck brought through neutral ice now by Zacha after the change of the unit. Coyle sends it to Geekie from the inside of the circle. Sent one across, and Brazo's shot knocked away by Vejmelka. Back toward the blue line. Kept alive here by Zacha. Hands off for Lohrei. Throws it toward the net. Redirected up and out of play.
Well, good chance for Brazo from the left wing circle, right? So, even though the Bruins had that one power play goal last game, they gave up the two shorthanders, but they had the one power play goal last game, first time in a long time. Still hasn't been the top unit. That was the second unit got that goal. That was Coyle. Marchand had a good chance. He tried to make a little pass in front for Lindholm, who was tied up, but Marchand's the guy down low. Merkulov got it down to him. I think Marchand could just try to jam that puck on net, and maybe he creates a loose puck, or maybe it trickles in, who knows, but he's got the lane to go right to the net from where he gets that puck from.
Utah gets the clear here off the face-off win. 35 seconds to go on the Bruins power play. 5.5 to go first period. No score. Lohrei deals it for Zacha. Flopped it down the left wing boards. Goes and gets it himself. Geekie reverses it from behind the net over to Zacha. And out of Lohrei at the far point. Walks it along the blue line. Here's Geekie, top of the circle with a shot. Brazo in front. Vejmelka made the save. Along the near boards, Lohrei keeps into the blue line. Brazo out of the near corner. Coyle couldn't get his stick to it as he got tangled with Sergachev. Geeky's got it now, top of the right circle. Throws one in front, off the post, off of redirect.
He's looking at Brazo.
Lohrei at the blue line. Power play comes to an end. McBain's out of the box. Puck comes floating over Vemelka's head. Near corner, Coyle keeps it alive. Here's Lohrei with a shot. That's blocked in front. Came loose to Zacha for a chance, and Vemelka able to make the save. Hangs on to it. 4:46 to play in the first period. Bruins out shooting Utah 10-4. Neither team has found the back of the net as of yet. We'll have more coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
4:46 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club. Fans, TD Bank Mini 1-on-1 is back. Youth hockey organizations will compete in a 3-on-3 cross-ice competition at TD Garden in collaboration with Massachusetts Hockey on December the 20th. Now through December 8th, you can nominate a team to compete in the tournament by visiting bostonbruins.com/TDBankMini. The face-off coming up in the offensive zone here for Charlie Coyle. Teamed up front once again tonight with Trent Frederick and Georgi Merkulov. Puck comes right in on the Utah net. Off of the face-off, and Vemelka steers it away from his crease. Coyle got it out in front for Frederick, but Kesselring there to make the defensive play. On the far side of the blue line, Zadorov trying to keep it in and pops out. And here's Kerfoot angling one around Peak and deep into the Bruins zone. Sweeps it around behind the net. They'll play it around the far side, and a one-timer by Bortuzzo, kicked aside by Jonas Korpisalo. Schmaltz from just outside the Boston line, got it back into the zone, sent right back out. Frederick gave away to Schmaltz in the neutral ice. Here's Kerfoot just inside the Boston line. Puck goes careening up into the air. I'm sure anybody knew where it was. Beecher goes into the far corner. It hits the referee in the skate. Now Schmaltz has it behind the net here for Utah. Kerfoot, left wing circle, back to the point. Cole rockets a one-timer wide. Skating onto it was Lamoureux on the far boards to the back of the net. Taken out toward the near side, and a one-timer from the high slot by Hayton. Zadorov takes a tumble along the far side of the net. Puck will come off the near side boards, and Cole has it. Center blue line for Lamoureux. Shoots it back down into the left wing corner. Centering pass. Hits a skate out to the blue line, but not out. Cole pass in the direction of Hayton. Disrupted by Coyle. Hayton now along the end boards. Brought back toward the near side by Schmaltz to Cole at the point. His shot gloved by Korpisalo as the Bruins needed a change, and they'll get one with 3:16 to go in the period.
They needed one. Tough shift for Zadorov there. He got outmaneuvered behind the net, and then he went down. I think he was trying to draw a penalty there for tripping, but
I think he tripped over Korpisalo.
I do too. He definitely did, but he was exhausted at the end of a shift. Korpisalo realizing that when he had a chance to glove that shot from the point, he just held on to it.
So a defensive zone face-off here for Lindholm. Reaching around Bjugstad to win that puck. Bruins will get it cleared, but Carlo throws it down ice, and it'll be an icing.
Win the face-off, icing. Like those are avoidable. Lindholm wins a face-off. You get full control of it. I know Carlo's just trying to throw it up the glass, strong side glass. We've seen them use the reverse, with the defense partner coming out of their own zone. But now they got to go down to the other side, and they lose this draw. Well, they did until it got whistled down. But that Bjugstad wants it in the strong side. He can't be kicked out, so it's not him. It's who's that? Gunther taking it?
Gunther.
Oh, it has to be
Bjugstad has to come back.
He can't get kicked out of the draw.
And stalemate this time, and now Marchand steps in front of a pass intended for Mata. Marchand from 60 feet will throw one in on goal, forcing Vejmelka to glove it and hang on with 3:02 to go in the period.
It's little things, you kind of harp, but you start now to pick apart some of the things, some of the mistakes that are made during a game, and you understand the mistakes are part of the game, but the ones that you don't need to make, the unforced errors that lead to just zone time when you don't need it.
Well, and the repetitiveness of some of those unforced errors, right, has been, it's the same errors over and over again, it feels like.
Well, for a while it was the penalties, right?
Yep.
And they've gotten a little bit better in that department, but, now it's some of the icings and some of the just head-scratching mistakes they made the other day against Columbus. First 2 goals.
This is Ole Mata from the Utah zone. They'll work it quickly through neutral ice as Cooley drags it down the left wing circle, tries to throw one in front, redirected up and through the slot. Now Pasternak will go the other way. Pasternak to the red line. He'll float it down into the right wing corner. Zacha takes a swing at it. It popped up into the air. Pasternak on the far side boards. Hands off for Lohrei. Lohrei drags it towards some open space and tried to get
penalty coming up.
Puck into shooting position, and he got...
That's a good move by Lohrei there.
Pasternak trying to keep it free along the near boards. The Utah defense will touch up, and with 2:23 to go here in the first, Bruins will get their third power play of the game.
Not much of an argument here going to the box. Cooley. That's a nice move by Lohrei out at the left point when that puck, Pasternak drops that puck off for him, and Lohrei's going to drag it around Cooley, and then Cooley reaching in, and a little whack to the lower hand there of Lohrei. It's not much, but it's definitely a whack to the hand. It's enough to knock the puck off his stick.
So Bruins 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Another opportunity here late first period. And what is so far a scoreless game. Puck comes across the ice to Pasternak. He'll play it down toward the corner through Marchand. Lindholm hard into the corner against Sergachev. Try to keep that puck free. Marchand's got it on his stick now from the hash marks. Back to Pasternak. Center blue line to McAvoy. Deals off to the right circle for Merkulov. Back up top for McAvoy. So Merkulov again along the near side hash mark, stepping in toward the bottom of the face-off dot, and the puck squirted away from him as he tried to shoot, goes in on goal.
He fanned on it. Yeah. They're leaving him alone right there. But I still think he's got Lindholm in the bumper if he does it right away.
Here's Merkulov getting a feed from McAvoy, drops one off to McAvoy at the blue line. Here's Lindholm now at the right wing circle, and as he tried to send a pass back to McAvoy, missed him at the blue line, and out of the zone it goes, and the crowd here at TD Garden grows impatient. Pasternak brings it in across the line, lost it, and Schmaltz trying to go the other way, gets cut off by McAvoy. Pass over to Marchand, backhands a pass that's deflected. Coyle picks it up, but Marchand was in the zone too quickly, and Bruins have to circle back as they refresh the power play unit. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage. Coyle gets the feed from Lohrei. Geekie sweeps it to Coyle in the right wing corner. Around the boards it goes to Brazo along the far side. Zacha will reverse it back around the near side, and Geekie coming in from the blue line to the hash marks to play it back around. Zacha angles it off the boards for Lohrei at the left point. Zacha left side dot, took a shot. Looked like it caught Vejmelka up in the mask. Played back to Zacha in the left wing circle. 23 to go in the power play. Lohrei steps around a man, throws one wide of the net as Brazo tried to redirect. Brazo gets it back to Lorai. Fires across to Geeky, top of the right circle. Over to Lorai again. 12 to go on the power play. Lorai brings it back along the boards to Brazo. Backhands one right through the slot. Geeky gets it out near the blue line. Zaka back to Geeky. Left wing circle. Back to Zaka. One-timer. Vemelka to save, and Utah clears it. As the power play comes to an end, Korpisalo will have to come out and play this puck as Cooley, just out of the penalty box, comes rushing into the Bruins zone first. He takes away from Lorai, goes around behind the net. Kesselring hands off for Cooley out near the blue line. 7 to go in the period. Cooley all the way down the left wing circle. Goes in behind the Bruins net. Puck still on his stick. Back to Kesselring at the blue line. Over to Cole near side. They won't get a shot off before the period comes to an end. So the Bruins with 3 power play chances in that first period, unable to capitalize. They outshoot Utah 15-5 in the first 20 minutes, but neither team on the scoreboard as of yet. We'll return to TD Garden to talk more about the coaching change for the Bruins coming up on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Hey, it's Maz. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Stack up the savings with deals all month. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. And don't wait to save on string lights, starting at just $2.98 for 100 count. Shop these deals in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Appliances valid 11/6 to 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. String lights valid 11/21 to 12/4 while supplies last.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club scoreless at the end of one period. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. During the pregame, obviously, we heard from Don Sweeney and Joe Sacco about the coaching change made this week. Don Sweeney making the call to let go Jim Montgomery and turn things over to interim head coach Joe Sacco, longtime assistant turned associate coach for this team. And we haven't really talked about this from the players' perspective, although we talked about, some of the comments that Sweeney made about the players and their part in all of this as far as their performance falling below expectations. Here was the captain, Brad Marchand, speaking yesterday after the announcement.
Very disappointing day. Also very frustrating. This is a reflection of our, our play, and it was avoidable. And I think that's the tough part about this, is that if we would have done our job in here, he'd still be around. And, so feel terrible as a group, individually, that, we let a really good coach and a really good person down.
Yeah, I'm not. So he's right. He's absolutely right. That's some of the words that are said, though, when coaches get fired, and the players put it on themselves. But at the same time, that's. I mean, I've only been a part of it once, right, where a coach got fired mid-season. And you put blame on yourselves for not doing the job. I look at this team. You had players last year, and I'm not going back 2 years ago, because 2 years ago was just the regular season was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, disappointment in the playoffs, no doubt. But last year, there was a lot of questions about whether the Bruins could keep it up. You lose three of your centermen, Bergeron, Krejci, Tomas Nosek last year. You lose some of the guys that you brought in at the deadline. You lose some other players as well. And what were they going to look like last season? Well, last season, you had players with career years. You had players up front that had career years. And they're not having them right now. And you had defensemen that played really well, and they're not playing well right now. There's just no other way to put it. So, yeah, this is on the players. Now, is it a market correction, right? They weren't as good as the career years that they had last year, but they had these career years under Jim Montgomery. That you can't, take away. And then this year, for whatever reason, whether it's the bad training camp, age, surgeries, the injuries coming into camp that you had to rehab instead of train, in the off season, that's a big difference. Rehabbing versus training is a big difference. So when you come into camp, are you ready to go? And there were guys that missed most of camp. So it's rolled over. You try not, like I said that in the pregame show, right? You try not to read too much into training camp or into preseason, but it has rolled over into their year, and it's snowballed for them now, where just the mistakes that they make night in and night out they're inexcusable. They really are. I mean, you can live with certain mistakes, but the other ones that just make you scratch your head, and you're like, what are we watching here? And that's happened too much.
Well, as you said during the pregame, I don't think a lot of people look at what we've seen so far and point at Jim Montgomery and say he's the cause of all this. I don't think too many people do.
And I don't think he lost the room. I don't believe that. I don't buy that. I mean, we're around them enough. We're not in the room, but we're around them enough. I don't think that's the case. I don't think, confrontation on the bench with Marchand in Utah, or
benching
sitting Pasternak out for a third period in a game that they won. I don't think that. I think that the players, especially those two players, they man up and they take it and want to be better for it. So I don't point to that, but I just point, the players were having bad seasons before all that stuff happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Guys were underperforming before all that stuff happened. So, and guys that had career years last year are not having anywhere near that to start. You're 20 games in, but to start, they haven't been anywhere close to that. And that's why, and the mistakes that they make are the ones that really get you fired up and just say, what are we watching here? What are we doing here?
Well, sometimes, you make a decision like this if you're Don Sweeney because it's what there is to do and, and trying to turn things around. But I guess the bigger question now is you're elevating somebody who's been around here a long time to, the interim head coach. The rest of the staff is still here. How much different will the message be for the players in that room?
Yeah, maybe just a change of voice. Maybe just they need something to go right for them. And I thought when they had those two shutouts, it might get them on the right page, and it just didn't happen. They reverted back to some of their old ways, and that's unfortunately what we've been watching too much of. So Don Sweeney said, and I think he underestimated. He says there's at least 10 guys that are underperforming, and I think that's underestimating it. But okay, at least 10 guys are underperforming. Is that on the coach? No, that's on the individual.
Right. It's not the coach's system that's getting in the way. All right, first intermission here at TD Garden. It's the Bruins and Utah scoreless to this point. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next with our pal Joe Murray on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Blinds.com is kicking off the savings early with Black Friday mega deals all month long. Avoid the home renovation overwhelm. Swapping out old blinds for custom window coverings is a small project with big results. And Blinds.com makes it easy and affordable. It's a busy season. Skip the long lines or waiting around all day just to get a quote. With Blinds.com, shopping online doesn't mean sacrificing on quality, style, or service. A Blinds.com design expert can help you make the perfect selection on your schedule. We can even handle everything from measure to install. And you can get window treatments for your whole home installed for just one low cost. With over 25 million windows covered, Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings. Shop Black Friday mega deals all month long at Blinds.com. Get up to 45% off site-wide and a free professional measure right now at Blinds.com. That's up to 45% off and a free measure now at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Rams, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 95, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, taking a look at the NHL scoreboard right now. After one period, it's Vegas 1-0 over Ottawa. Also, the Islanders have a 1-0 lead over Detroit. It's New Jersey and Carolina tied at 1. And Washington has a 1-0 lead over Colorado. Another game just ending the first period. Tampa Bay has a 3-1 lead over Columbus. Some other games tonight. Blues host the Sharks. Chicago, they host the Panthers. Calgary host the Rangers. And in the nightcap, Edmonton, they will host Minnesota. Thursday night football tonight features Cleveland hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Patriots, they're preparing for the game with the Dolphins on Sunday. And Robert Kraft, unfortunately, passed over by the Pro Football Hall of Fame once again for the 2025 class. And Aaron Judge, American League MVP, Shohei Ohtani, National League MVP. The Boston Bruins back at TD Garden on Tuesday night to face off against Vancouver at 7 p.m. Select tickets still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to lock in your seat to all the hard-hitting action. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. The second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR281287 and MR283065.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Bruins and Utah scoreless after one. We're joined downstairs by the Bruins' Pavel Zacha. Pavel, obviously a lot going on with the team here in the last couple of days. What was the mood in the locker room before this one?
Yeah, we have to, be ready for this game. I know that a lot of things happen, but I think, we just have to know where we are this season. We just have to be, better and better every game, and that's something we have to focus on. We can't really look around, what happened and just, keep looking forward.
Heard from Joe Sacco pregame, and he talked about, needing to be a harder team to play against. What did you think of your first 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of chances. We created some power plays, and especially being hard on pucks, I think we had way more chances, and we just have to keep that up.
What's the key to getting on the scoreboard here against a Utah team that's able to hold you guys off here in the first 20?
Yeah, I think we just have to keep playing the same way, creating more chances. It's gonna come one way or the other, but we can just slow down and just keep creating and then making them play defense.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second period.
You.
All right, Pavel Zacha brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Zacha leading all players with 4 shots on goal in that first period. 4 out of the 15 shots that the Bruins put on the Melka.
Yeah, here's the thing about the shot volume, though, right? So you had 3 power plays. Vejmelka saw every shot. There were no rebounds. There was no second chances.
No second chance opportunities.
It was all. I mean, there were some clean shots. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there were some good, kind of good shooting position type of shots. But he saw everything. and there was no loose change. There was nobody there to pick up any rebounds that might have been had. Brazo had an opportunity. He tried to get to one, right? There was a loose puck there right away. But there really weren't any second opportunities for the Bruins that period. So shot volume, one thing, but now
Krause throws one toward.
Now you're looking at quality. And second chances and making life difficult for Vejmelka and instead of allowing him to see everything. Two different things. They have 15 shots. Great. Well, but
you had 3 power plays. You should have,
Yeah, and they had a bunch on the power play, but he's seeing everything. Goaltenders are too good. I mean, you're going to see the shot normally, especially if a guy's not moving. And it wasn't like, I think Pastrnak had a chance, coming down on the right wing, maybe on a quick 2-on-1. That might have been their good opportunity there. But he saw everything in that period.
Marchand will sweep one into the Utah zone, which is down to our left here in the second period. Marchand and Lindholm both going in behind the net after it. Cole able to tap it free. Brought around behind the net by Lamoureux, and now up the right side comes Gunther. Squeezes past to Marchand, check, trying to center it as he came across the blue line. Mason Lohrei's got it back here for the Bruins in the near corner. Able to get it through Gunther out to the blue line and forced out of the zone by Lindholm, but grabbed there by Keller. Utah will step right back in. Cole over to Keller at the right circle. Deals it off, and a one-timer by Gunther. Save made by Korpisalo.
Yeah, this is a turnover at the Bruins blue line right here that leads to this shift.
Cooley gets it behind the net. McAvoy puts a body on Gunther. Trying to win the puck back and does. Brings it behind the Bruins net. Shoots it off the far glass, and that's going to go for an icing.
Yeah, Lohrei tried to make a pass up the middle, just inside the blue line. He tried to saucer one into the middle of the ice. They pick it out of the air, come right back at the Bruins, and it leads to a long shift inside the zone. He's got the puck. He tries to flip a pass. It's like a soft play there right at the blue line. It's picked off by Keller. Right back at them. Now you're in the zone. Now you ice the puck. And you're out there for, well, it's 1:13 now, but you're stuck out on the ice here because there's a long change. A couple forwards can get off, but the D have to stay.
They got the puck out. It's coming right back in with Cooley, although Marchand helping to loosen that up. Brings it back ahead here. Kastelik to Marchand. Now to Koepke moving in the right circle. He had Kastelik in front. As Vejmelka steered that out of his crease, it'll be cleared out to neutral ice. Peak to Zadorov. Koepke backhands one down the left wing boards. Kastelik stumbled as he tried to get after it against Sergachev. Cooley turns it up ice from the near side circle. Michelli partially fanned on it, dumped in by Koepke. Ticking down toward 2 minutes gone in this second period. Scoreless game. Quick wide pass finds Michelli up the right side here for Utah. Takes a hit from Koepke, moves the puck in deep. Peak reversed it back around toward the near side. Koepke's got it. Throws one out to neutral ice. Beecher going to be offside here at the Utah line. Backs off on the delayed call. Tags up, and Utah brings out of the zone with Hayton tossing one into the Boston end. Peak getting body position on Kerfoot in the near corner. Schmaltz able to tap it back toward the two of them as they bring it back up the near side boards to the point for Bortuzzo, and he sent it over to Kesselring, who whistles one wide of Korpisalo. Doyle takes a tumble after the puck in the near corner. Came back to Kesselring now with the far point. Kerfoot tapped it along to Hayton. Throws one toward the net. Knocked down off the glove of Korpisalo. Taken by Coyle behind the net. Peak will keep it moving to Zadorov, and he lobs one out to center ice, where it's gloved down by Lamoureux. Schmaltz turning back toward his own zone. Bruins start to get some changes on here, but Lamoureux will bring right back into the Boston zone. Shoots one wide to the short side off the near boards. It'll be played back around toward the near side. Lamoureux skates onto it at the hash marks. Centering pass. And Peak got a stick on that as it came all the way across the slot. Centering pass again denied by Peak. This one came free to McBain, and his one-timer sailed up over the net. On the near side boards, it's Carcone pivoting with the puck, sent it across ice and picked off, and Pastrnak brings the Bruins ahead in a hurry. Pastrnak goes right to the net. Puck got away from him, but a penalty coming up against Utah.
Well, you can tell that was a forward back there playing defense, right? Jack McBain, poor Jack McBain, he's back there all by himself on the left D, and you got Pastrnak coming down on the right side. Pasternak's going to realize he's got a forward playing defense, and he just walked right around him, and it's going to lead to the, I believe, a slashing penalty here for McBain. Hooking penalty.
Call it a hook.
Either way.
Yep. So 4th power play of the night coming up here for Bruins.
See, that's a turnover right there. In the offensive zone, they try to spin, and I think it was Lamoureux that tried to spin and make that pass into the middle. That's why McBain's covering up for him on the point. And Pasternak realized it coming down the right side, got that forward back there. Now it's time for the power play to hopefully go to work.
Zacha is lined up out there with the top unit where Merkulov had been in the first period as they set up Pasternak for a quick one-timer. Glove save Vejmelka.
Yeah, that's a play right off the bat. So interesting they go away from Merkulov after the one period. He had that one chance where he walked in from the right side, and they're laying off of him, and he fanned on the shot. That's kind of a little bit of a quick hook. I thought he might give him another chance there. I'm telling you, I think that they have that. If they want to use that.
There's Pasternak setting up Zacha.
If they want to use that bumper.
Yeah.
I think it's there for them.
Pasternak with a long backhander that's redirected up over the net by Mata. McAvoy racing over at the far point to keep it in. Deals it off for Lindholm. They work it across the Pasternak one-timer. And Vejmelka slides across to his right, makes the save.
Yeah, and what do?
They use the bumper.
They use the bump. It's there. And even if you don't take the shot, Zacha, he's going to go across ice with it because it opens it up. And Pasternak's right on the left wing dot. But it's because they move it into the middle, and then Lindholm bumps it right back over to Zacha. Now you get them moving. And it opens up a lane. Now I'd like to see Lindholm take that shot from there. Not in that sequence, but
right.
If it's there.
Pasternak gives over to McAvoy. From the right point, shot, save Vejmelka. Pasternak got it across for Zacha, one-timer. They dig away at the rebound. Marchand along the far post.
That puck was loose. It got behind Vejmelka. One of the defensemen saved a goal there, and it might have been their forward Bukestad, because the Bruins get possession off the face-off. McAvoy's going to float one towards the net. It's going to go off of Marchand, and then Pasternak goes across the seam. No, it was not. It was Cole. Cole saved a goal. Bukestad was there as well, but it was Cole who pulled that puck and did not allow Marchand to slide it home into an empty net.
Oh, Ian Cole, the veteran, keeps the Bruins off the board. Still a minute 28 to go on the power play. 15:50 to go here in the second period of a scoreless game. Face-off controlled by Utah and slapped all the way down ice by Sergachev. Bruins going from right to left here in the second period as McAvoy brings it out toward his own blue line, deals a pass for Zacha. Zacha coming across the line, finds Lindholm along the far side. Now McAvoy under pressure, lost it out of the zone. Marchand skates back to get it inside the Boston blue line. Quickly pivots up ice. Deflected pass, bounces up into the air, slotted toward the near side boards. Zacha gets shouldered off it by Kerfoot, who sends it into the middle. Stenlund carries into the Boston zone, shorthanded. He'll backhand it toward the far corner where it hits the referee. McAvoy picks it up from there. 43 seconds to go on the power play. McAvoy skating it forward, hands to Pasternak. Here's Marchand just inside the Utah line. Around the boards it goes to the far side. Geekie tried to push it back behind the net, cut off by Mata. And a chance to clear by Lawson Krause. They get it out of the zone. Stenlund will play it from in front of the Bruins bench all the way down in the left circle and takes a shot kicked away.
Good hustle by Merkulov coming off the bench to get back there.
Now Coyle back into the Utah zone. Down the left wing circle. Forced in behind the net by Mata. Mata goes down. Coyle's going to take a penalty. Coyle lost possession of the puck, trying to get it back. Will instead go to the penalty box and wipe out the final 9 seconds of the power play.
Coyle wanted to take that puck to the net on the backhand, coming down the left wing side. He kind of lost the handle on it, and then gets into a battle for the puck below the goal line. And it was Mata who was able to kind of take it away from him, and looked like Coyle lost his balance. And yeah, he wasn't too crazy about the penalty, but I think he knew it happened.
So 9 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Utah will have most of a full minor power play here.
You know, remember we were talking about Kaslik and Bertuzzo? I said you were wondering.
Yeah. You find some history there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they took matching roughing penalties in Utah. I remember something happening between the two of them, and I'm sure that they talked about it a little bit before the game, so they were both ready for it. I do think Kastelic had the disadvantage, though. It looked like he was going off the ice on a line change.
Right.
So he'd been out there already. Butuza was just coming on the ice, literally just hopped on the ice.
So that was, talking about long memories, that's not even that long
That's
a
not that
memory.
long
It's only
ago,
a
yeah.
month and 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
it's October 19th, so yeah.
Bruins get a clear here.
There are longer memories, trust me.
Sergachev will come from his own zone here for Utah. Their second power play chance of the game. Gunther just inside the Boston line. Slapped away by Zadorov. Came back toward Gunther, who was coming toward the slot.
Yeah, good stick by Zadorov, though, to get back on him. Don't get beat back to the front.
Gunther on the far side circle. Angled off the boards. Back to Sergachev at the point. Here's Michelli trying to get one across for Keller. Knocked away by Frederick, and Bruins get it out. Stepping back in across the line. Here's Kerfoot coming down the left circle, trying to get one in front. Angled off toward the near side circle, and Keller's got it on his stick. Deals back to Sergachev at the point. Over to the far side, Michelli. Back to Sergachev one-timer goes high up off the glass. Keller sends one all the way across, and coming in from that left circle for Michelli.
Tired black jerseys out there right now.
33 to go on the power play.
Especially on defense.
Sergachev to Michelli. Pressured by Koepke. Sergachev to Keller. Keller takes the shot, hit a body, and went wide of Korpisalo. 20 to go on the power play.
Boy, they're exhausted on the back end right now.
Sergachev, center blue line, over to Keller. Gave it to the bumper, got it right back. Keller goes down low with it. Now has it back on his stick again from the right corner. Sergachev out high. Over to the far side, and Michelli whistled one through the slot.
They did the Bruins a favor on that. The forwards are going to be able to get off. At least one is for the Bruins, two off, but the D have to stay.
Coyle comes out of the box. Teams are at full strength with 12:24 to go here in the second period. Scoreless game. Carlo out of the corner, sends behind the net for Zadorov. He'll send it around the glass, glove down by Coyle. Over to Carlo. Carlo sends a pass through the neutral ice. It was tipped by Lindholm, so the D will get the change here as Kastelic's into the forecheck. Around the near boards, Wotherspoon pinching down toward the corner against Schmaltz. Puck comes back around behind the Utah net. Kastelic couldn't hit Lindholm back there. Wotherspoon kept it alive for the moment, but only for that moment as Schmaltz moves it ahead. And now Cooley is on into the Bruins zone. It's knocked down in the corner by Pasternak, who plays the puck back to Lamoureux. Lamoureux's pass down the near side wall, cut off by Pasternak. He tries to drop it back behind the net and does. Peak will keep it moving toward the far side, but cut off over there by Cole. Out to the blue line, and blocked shot by Kastelic as he stepped in front of a blast by Krause.
Just got back in the lineup after missing last game or so, and that stung him. That's a good block, but that stung him.
He's headed back to the bench as Utah comes back into the Bruins zone. Shot off the outside of the post by McBain. Geekie deals ahead for Zacha. Back to Geekie, right side, threw one in front, just out of Zacha's reach. Marchand tried to play it down the near boards. It ricocheted out to the neutral zone. Lorai got a little off balance, and Utah coming forward, but
Marchand just missed it.
Marconi.
I don't know if he decided not to and pulled up at the last second or just missed it, but he just had him coming across the middle of the ice there with the head down.
Marconi did not see that coming. Now Utah gets whistled for an icing here with 10:43 to go in the second.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Utah Hockey Club, Karel Vejmelka, and for the Bruins, it's Jonas Korpisalo.
Korpisalo's last four starts, he's 2-1-1 with a 1.71 goals against and a 934 save percentage.
You know, he was really good in the game. Help me out, Ryan. Which game did they lose in overtime?
That was the
St. Louis. He was really good in that St. Louis game, and
here's a shot by McAvoy. That goes wide. Came back around. Lorai with a blast, and Vejmelka makes the save and covers it.
I was just going to say, you know, the last two goals, the goal by Walker that beat him in the third period to tie the game, poor coverage.
Right.
And then the overtime goal by Shen, maybe you'd like him to have, but he was really good in that game. Gave him a chance to win.
We get a stoppage and play here with 10:32 to go in the second period. Bruins and Utah scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, Big Jim Murray here. When I think of cannabis dispensaries in the area, I think of Netta. And I wanted to let you know they've got you covered this football season. Whether you're looking for top shelf flower, vapes, edibles, whatever you want, Netta's got it. Choose from a huge variety of products in tons of different strengths and sizes that will make your game day great no matter what happens on the field. Stop by Netta's dispensaries in Brookline, Franklin, and Northampton, or take advantage of their home delivery service so you don't have to miss a moment of the game. Shop at nettacare.org today.
Please consume responsibly. This product may cause impairment and may be habit-forming. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. This product has not been analyzed or approved by the FDA. There is limited information on the side effects of using this product, and there may be associated health risks. Marijuana use during pregnancy and breastfeeding may pose potential harms. It is against the law to drive or operate machinery when under the influence of this product. Keep this product away from children. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. The impairment effects of edible marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. In case of accidental ingestion, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or 911. This product may be illegal outside of Massachusetts. Mass state license numbers MR2812887 and MR283065.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Fans, be sure to purchase your raffle tickets for a chance to take home a team-issued signed Brandon Carlo jersey from Military Appreciation Night. All proceeds benefit the Boston Bruins Foundation. Just visit BruinsRaffles.com to purchase your tickets now. The raffle runs through November 23rd, which is Saturday. 10:32 to go here in the second. No score between the Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club. Attack zone face-off. Trent Frederick taking the draw on the near circle. Puck comes behind the Utah net. Sergachev will steer it ahead for his captain, Clayton Keller. Turned over near the Boston line. Merkulov going to drop it back for McAvoy. Sends it across Lohrei. Neutral ice Coyle. Taps it forward. Merkulov will chase into the corner against Sergachev. Sergachev getting position on him, but still digging in to try to find the handle on that puck. Now it'll come free for Mata. Up ice comes Gunther. Leaves it at the Boston line. Coyle lost his edge as he tried to stop and go back to get it. And Utah able to get things set up in the offensive zone for the moment. Now Lohrei deals it out. Just past the midway point of this hockey game. There have been 6 combined power plays, 30 combined shots. We're still scoreless. Pasternak picks one up from the Boston blue line, working his way ahead. Backhands a pass into the far corner. Geekie deals it off for Zacha. Crossing pass, one-timer by Pasternak. Got tipped up and over the net. Near side boards, racing to keep it in. Wotherspoon tried to play it back down in deep. It was deflected off into the corner. Pasternak.
This is kind of similar in terms of score. Anyhow, the last time these two teams met, it took partway through the second period before the Bruins broke through with a goal, and Utah was able to tie it up in the third and win it in overtime.
Schmaltz will play it off into the left wing corner. Puck comes behind the net and off to the far side circle. Pasternak lifts it out. That game was one of the uglier ones we've seen this year from both sides. If you remember, it was just...
I remember the Bruins side of it, trying to get out of their own zone in the first period, yes.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of icings in that game. Wotherspoon skates it through neutral ice. Centering pass and reaching out for it was Lindholm.
But it was fun to be back in that building.
I know, you had a good time in Salt Lake. We spent a few days in Salt Lake City. As Cooley takes a shot from the right circle, blocked by Wotherspoon. Puck on his stick. He'll angle it ahead. Brazo reaching for it. Mata able to angle him off, but it came right to Marchand, who steps in for a backhand. Now tried to throw it back in front. It comes back to the blue line, and Peak shot ends up going up and over.
Marchand, I think he wanted to give that puck to Brazo, and Brazo got the stick knocked out of his hands, and he decided at the last second he couldn't get it to him.
Zadorov goes in behind the net. Brazo goes down along the goal line near side.
Big collision with Lammer. It was an incidental contact. They're both kind of chasing the puck, and
Brazo making his way back to the bench as the puck comes in behind the Boston net.
Fans don't like it, but I think it was incidental contact.
And now we get a penalty against Utah as Elias Lindholm just got wrestled off the puck by Cooley.
Yeah, and then Zadorov just took down Michelli.
No. Officials trying to calm everyone as Korpisalo and Kesselring exchanged a few words in there as well. So the Bruins will go to the power play here once again with 7:40 to go in the second in a scoreless game here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a My Lowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowes.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please. Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Another power play opportunity for the Bruins, their 5th of the game.
Their best chances, I thought, came off the last one, though. Pasternak had a good chance. They used the middle of the ice. They used that bumper. They got the cross-ice pass. There were a couple good looks there. Marchand had a chance when that puck broke through Vejmelka, and Cole saved a goal. See if they can build on that one.
Logan Cooley to the box for holding.
Yeah, that was after Brazo and Lamoureux came together. Basically incidental contact. Look, Brazo was trying to set a little bit of a pick, but it came maybe head to head.
Face to face as Pasternak takes a shot. Vejmelka steers it away with a stick. Back to McAvoy at the right point. Over to Pasternak. Fires one across for Zacha. In front for Lindholm. That time the shot, but ends up going wide. Marchand deals to Zacha, right wing circle. Zacha up top for McAvoy. Over to Pasternak. In front. Tipped on goal. They score on the rebound. Elias Lindholm. And the Bruins power play gives them the lead.
It opens it up. They used the middle of the ice. They used Lindholm. Even though that shot didn't get on net, it gets that box moving, or the diamond moving. And they get possession of the puck, and finally it's going to go over to Pasternak over in the left wing circle. Instead of the one-timer and the shot, he's going to go down low with this pass, and he's got two bodies there. He's got Lindholm a little lower than where we usually see Bergeron, right?
Right.
Below the hash marks. And you got Marchand there as well. The initial tip by Lindholm off the pass, the shot pass from Pasternak, hits Marchand, but they stay with it. Vejmelka's got to move from right to left, and then Lindholm's got an open net to chip this puck into. But they used him initially to try to get a shot away, and now you've got that diamond moving.
That's the first goal for Elias Lindholm since the 3rd game of the season.
Yeah, you could see his reaction afterwards as well. It wasn't the monkey off my back, but looking up saying, finally.
Kastelik trying to get a shot, got hit, and here they go. Him and Bortuzzo, round 2, and this one a little more spirited as Kastelik firing right hands. Even as both guys are down on the ice, Kastelik still throwing right hands. Feel like he thought Bortuzzo maybe, as you said, tried to take advantage of him on that first one?
I don't know. I know that Kastelik was going for a line change, and Bortuzzo hopped off the bench and grabbed him.
Yep.
So you've been out there for a shift. and you got a guy coming right off the bench. That's already a disadvantage. That may have played into that one. They had roughing penalties the last time they played against one another. And there were some scores to be settled, no doubt. Kastelik's a tough customer, and they went right at it. I would imagine this is 5-5.
Second fighting major for each tonight.
Kastelik got hit a little bit up high by Bortuzzo and as he was going to the net, and let's go round two. And Kastelik got the better of him this time. It was pretty even the first one. This one, Kastelik definitely got the better of him and kept throwing, like you said. Oh, he just missed him. I mean, big one before they went down to the ice.
They were both laying on their sides, and Kastelik still pumping right hands in there.
Get a little ice bag. He's got some cuts on that right hand.
So Bruins up one here.
The Bruins are going to get the extra 2 here? I'd like to know for what. Here comes the announcement.
Well,
maybe.
No, we're not going to get an announcement. Play back in as Cooley, right circle. So Utah to the power play here.
Tuzel, 5 minutes for fighting.
Here's a drive by Cooley.
Number 47, Mark Kastelik. 2 minutes for roughing and 5 minutes for fighting.
They gave Kastelik 2 for roughing and 5 for fighting. Is that like an extra 2 because he kept punching? Or
I'm guessing.
Maybe. When they went down, because there was no roughing before the fight.
No, there was, I mean, it was kind of came about as part of the natural course of play.
So it must have been while, at the end of the fight, a little extra. That's the only thing I can come up with there.
So Utah's third power play of the game. Bruins up 1, 6:40 to go here in the second period. Utah starting from their own zone here with Schmaltz. Going back and forth with Cooley. And now down the right wing side on the stick of Bjugstad. Ridden into the corner by Zadorov. Puck wrapped around the near glass. Kesselring gloves it down onto his stick. Throws it toward the net. Blocked in front there by Carlo.
He's got to shake that off.
Carlo back to his skates and chases a puck behind the net. Deals it out and then gets buried in the far corner as well.
He can't
by
move.
Kraus. Shot gloved by Korpisalo. He hangs on to it
big
wisely.
Hit by Zadorov. Zadorov's going to go over and talk to Kraus right now. They went at it last commercial timeout. They were talking in between the two benches. Zadorov not happy with Kraus hammering Carlo couldn't move. He blocked that shot. He had ample time to get behind the net and get that puck all the way down the ice, but he was hobbled, tried to flip it out of the zone, got knocked down at the blue line, and as he tried to dump it out, that's when Kraus finished him hard. The first shot wasn't a hard one from Kesselring, but he blocked it on the inside of his left knee. He had his leg turned. Now he's trying to clear the puck, can't do it, and Kraus took advantage of him. I mean, it's a good hit. I mean, it's a clean hit.
Yeah.
But Carlo couldn't protect himself there.
Still 1:02 to go on the Utah power play. 6:06 to go second period. Bruins up 1-0 as McAvoy hammers one down ice.
That's a Johnny Boychuk clear right there. He was the best at it, I'm telling you.
Send it 200 feet in a hurry.
And if it doesn't, it's going to hit you in the mouth out at the blue line.
Puck brought through neutral ice here for Utah. Gunther hands off just inside the blue line to Sergachev. Out of the right wing circle, Keller back up top for Sergachev. On to Keller, top of the right circle, down low. They work it in front for Gunther. Disrupted by McAvoy. Peak tries to bury it in behind the Bruins net. Puck came firing out in front. Lindholm was there. Zaka will go with it, shorthanded as McAvoy joins him on the rush. Crisscrossing, he hands to McAvoy down the right wing circle and goes in behind the Utah net with it.
Michelli got back there to make sure it was a 2-on-2 instead of an odd man rush.
Played it back out into the neutral ice, did McAvoy. Kepke trying to drive it back down into Utah territory. Instead it came to Zadorov, and he'll send it softly in deep. And that will do it for the minor penalty to Kastelik. Merkulov was serving that penalty. He steps out of the box. So teams back to 5-on-5. 5 minutes to play second period. Bruins up 1. Zadorov from the near side circle. Sends a pass through neutral ice. Angled in by Kepke. Frederick will be first man to it. To Kepke at the back of the Utah net. Held against the boards by Kesselring. Mata and Frederick standing by. Mata knocks down Kepke as he tried to move that puck. And it'll come out just across the blue line. Up back for Zadorov inside his own zone. Long pass for Merkulov. Tipped by Kesselring. Comes deep into Utah territory. Pasternak gets position on Mata and knocks him down.
It's a reverse hit.
Here's a centering pass looking for Pasternak. He's got it now high slot. Deals it off for Lorai at the left point. Lorai sends it down the left wing circle. Coyle pivots down toward the end wall. Knocked off his stick and played up and out past Lorai. It'll be Peak to regain it back inside the Boston zone. Lorai ahead to Carlo. Directed around behind Vejmelka, who comes out and sets it up for Cole. 3:48 to go here in the second period. Pasternak got a piece of a pass coming through neutral ice. Michelli overskates just inside the Boston line. Comes back out toward Lamoureux. Maltz got it back in across the line, and Hayton fires a shot into the chest protector of Korpisalo, who hangs on and gets the whistle. We've got 3:33 to go here in the second period, and the Bruins, on the strength of an Elias Lindholm power play goal, have a 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Stack up the savings with deals all month. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. And don't wait to save on string lights, starting at just $2.98 for 100 count. Shop these deals in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Appliances valid 11/6 to 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. String lights valid 11/21 through 12/4 while supplies last.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden here to talk about Prize Picks. Run your game as the basketball season ramps up with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 100 times your money.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code GET100 and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks. Run your game.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Brad Marchand, David Pasternak assisting on Elias Lindholm's power play goal. That is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. 3:33 to go, second period. Bruins have a 1-0 lead over Utah. Defensive zone face-off here. It's won by Utah. Kesselring played it along to Keller, sweeps it down toward the right wing corner.
Yeah, good to see Brandon Carlo back on the ice after taking that shot on the inside. It looked like the knee.
Marchand will play it down into the corner. Brazo swept it around behind the net. Marchand got it back to Carlo at the far point, over to near side for Wotherspoon's shot with Brazo in front. Vejmelka made the save.
By the way, the goal that they scored, I think it was a rebound.
Yes, it was.
They hadn't had any up until that point that I can remember.
Wotherspoon played it along the blue line, a little bit deeper into the zone. Utah trying to push their way forward, but Kesselring can't get it across the blue line. Now here's Brazo off a feed from Marchand, and he puts it up and over the net.
Brazo's been active. He's been around the net.
Gunther from the red line will get it deep. Lorai back around the near boards. Wotherspoon sends ahead for Pasternak, going to dump it in. Zaka giving chase. They're going to call it an icing.
Ryan, was that your first pucks and paddles yesterday?
It was.
And I mean, I was there as well. I didn't participate, but I was there kind of shaking hands and everything. How was it? Did you enjoy it?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's really a great event. You could see the players. I mean, given everything that's happened with the last couple of days, the timing of it was a little odd, but the players seemed like they were having a lot of fun.
The way they interact with the fans is pretty good. It's pretty special, and They're going to get a chance to be partners with one of the players or one of the big celebrities there.
Yeah, a lot of money raised, over $100,000 from Special Olympics of Massachusetts. Pasternak, who won that event, dumps it in and around behind Vejmelka.
Did he win? Didn't he win last year?
Well, it's his event, right?
Yeah, well, I guess.
Although he lost the wager at the end as the puck comes around behind the net. Pasternak trying to pivot back onto his backhand, sends one toward the front, but blocked off into the far boards.
Years ago, they used to do the shave your heads. I think the guys got a little tired of that.
Yeah, I think they'd rather play ping pong than shave their heads. As the puck comes into the Boston zone. And Pasternak and Zacha took on Zadorov and Lindholm at the end of the event with $3,000 to charity going on the line.
Checks against the Swedes, huh?
Yep. They are supposedly the 4 best ping pong players on the squad.
Well, Swede and Russian.
Here comes Utah as Hayton tries to throw one to the net. Not sure if that got to Korpisalo or not, but Peak swept it off into the corner. Coyle will deal it over for Peak off the far boards, and Beecher will backhand it in behind Vejmelka.
I had to leave a few minutes early to get over here to the Garden for the TD Garden for the Tradition, which was a great event last night.
Peak throwing one in front. Coyle tried to redirect that one. Stopped it instead. Mata from the near circle. Brad Park honored as part of that last night.
Parkey was first to go, yeah. He represented the Bruins. You had D. Brown for the Celtics. Terry Francona.
Here's Lindholm throwing one in front, looking for Brazo. It hit him in the leg.
Dara Torres was really impressive. She's the head coach, swimming coach of the BC. But Gronk, of course, kind of stole the show. He was the headliner at the end. Rob Ninkovich was his presenter. Sorry.
A couple of guys who can have some fun.
Yeah. They inferred that. Kept it PG, but they.
Yeah. Clock ticking down here in this second period as the puck comes volleying over the head of Korpisalo. Taken into the corner by Wotherspoon. Sent out in front, but Utah won't be able to take advantage. The siren sounds to end the second period. The Bruins break through on the power play. Elias Lindholm gives them the lead. It's 1-0, headed to the third. We'll be back with more from TD Garden coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Stack up the savings with deals all month. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. And don't wait to save on string lights, starting at just $2.98 for 100 count. Shop these deals in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Appliances valid 11/6 to 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. String lights valid 11/21 through 12/4 while supplies last.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
It's never too late to secure affordable coverage through SelectQuote. Show your loved ones they're your top priority by protecting their future.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The wait is over. The Knix Black Friday sale is on now at KNIX.com. Shop early and save up to 60% off site-wide. Plus, all kinds of limited-time daily deals from the #1 leak-proof brand in North America. Don't miss your chance to save big on innovative intimates like leak-proof underwear, wireless bras, shapewear, and more. Everything is on sale. Millions have made the switch to Knix's revolutionary period underwear, and there's never been a better time for you to try them too. During the Black Friday sale, save up to 60% on super comfy, machine washable, and stylish leak-proof undies. Plus, shop the best deals of the year on Knix's best-selling assortment of wireless bras, including the Wing Woman and Revolution bra. Don't miss this chance to stock up on your Knix favorites or try something new during the Knix Black Friday event. That's knix.com. Hurry, the sale ends soon, and sizes will sell out. Go to knix.com. That's knix.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Deals to Zaka, right wing circle. Zaka up top for McAvoy. Over to Pasternak. In front, tipped on goal. They score! On the rebound, Elias Lindholm. And the Bruins power play gives them the lead. 1-0 our score. Bruins on top of Utah after 2 periods of play here at the TD Garden. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. And let's talk a little bit, because you pointed it out earlier on in the game, using Elias Lindholm in that bumper position and what that could potentially open up, and we saw it there on that power play goal.
Like they had a chance to use it in the first period, they didn't. Merkulov was running the half wall on the right wing side, the elbow on the right side. I thought he could have gone to him right away. He gets the puck down from McAvoy, bam, right there, right away. Even if Lindholm doesn't get a shot away, he bumps it right back to him. Okay, it gets the diamond or the box, whatever you want to call it, the defending players, the penalty kill moving, thinking about it, having to respect it, and it opens up other things. And they took Merkulov off that power play to start the second period. So they had a couple power plays in the second, and he was not on either one of the top units. He was on the second unit. But they put Zaka over there on that right side, and they used Lindholm. Lindholm had a chance. He had a shot, chance. Go back to the first power play he had in the second period. They used him. Then it opened up the seam over to Pasternak in the left wing circle for the one-timer. Because, okay, now they got to think about at least the threat of using that middle of the ice. So the second power play they had in the second period, they used Lindholm for a shot. It went a little bit wide, but they were able to retrieve it, keep possession in the offensive zone. And eventually this puck gets moved over to Pasternak. And because of the movement by the defending players, now it's going to open up some seams. And Pasternak can fake that shot from the left wing circle and make the pass. Normally we see that pass go to the hash marks, right? It usually used to be Bergeron right there, right? In the hash marks. And it's just a tip. It's just a redirect on a shot pass from Pasternak. And Lindholm was a little bit lower this time. He gets the tip. It actually hits Marchand in front. But you get Vejmelka moving from right to left, trying to make that initial save, and then you get the rebound chance. It's one of the only rebounds they've had today, and the puck's in the back of the net. So I would like to see them do a better job at that. I thought they tried to take away his eyes a little bit more in the second period, but Vejmelka's eyes. But I think they can do a better job of that even here in the third period with a 1-0 lead. So very close. This is the same lead they had third period in Utah. They had the 1-0 lead, and sitting back might not have been the right word. This is the game that Jim Montgomery kind of lost a little bit on Brad Marchand. 1-0 game, offensive zone. Marchand trying to beat a couple of guys by himself, can't do it. All of a sudden, it's kind of in a rush going the other way. They scored a goal. It ended up being offsides, but that led to that whole engagement there on the bench of, you got to play the score. So it's a 1-0 score right now. You got to know the scoreboard, but you cannot sit back.
Well, I mentioned this the other day during Saturday's game, or during Monday's game, excuse me. The Bruins have not scored a third period goal at home since the home opener. It's been 10 straight games that they have been blanked here at home in the third period. And up by 1, you can't try and win this game 1-0. You got to try to extend that lead. I mean, you can, but you really want to extend this lead.
I like the way that they've defended today. Has Korpisalo had to make a difficult save?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't think so. Nothing that comes to mind that in terms of grade A, middle of the ice opportunity. Right, maybe 1 or 2 on the power play, but nothing crazy, right? He hasn't had to make any second saves either. So they've given up 14 shots. They've played well defensively. What did Joe Sacco tell us before the game? We need to protect the middle of the ice, the guts of the ice. We need to protect the middle. We need to keep things on the outside. So far, so good. They've done a good job of that. But there is 20 minutes to go, and if you start sitting back and not making plays coming out of your own zone, you're just feeding them. You're just allowing them to come back at you, and that continue to make plays. Why does it change in the third period with a one-goal lead? It shouldn't. It does sometimes, but it shouldn't. And that's where the Bruins have to be mature here. I want to see them extend the lead, but if they don't, it's still play the game the right way.
Right, you have to be smart about it.
You can win a game 1-0. It's okay. But you got to play the game the right way. And to put everything on your goaltender and to sit back and be on your heels all third period because you stop making plays coming out of your zone, that's a recipe to allow them back into it. And that's something that they have to make sure that they're confident in. And that's a mental thing for them right now. They played a good 2 periods. They played a good 40 minutes. Can there be better areas? Sure, but they played a good, strong 40 minutes. But now you got to finish it up the right way.
Right. I mean, listen, you would expect that the energy would have been better tonight. Obviously, given the coaching change, you'd like to think that it has been to this point. But as you said, still 20 minutes to go to try to get the 2 points here tonight. Bruins with a 1-0 lead over Utah after one. The only goal of the game so far, a power play goal from Elias Lindholm, his third of the year from Brad Marchand. David Pasternak on the assist at 12:41 of that second period. Shot totals are 26-14 in favor of the Bruins. They had a 15-5 edge in the first period, an 11-9 edge in the second period. Boston 1 out of 5 on the power play, while Utah is 0 for 3. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Lincoln Park from Zero World Tour 2025 live in Boston here at TD Garden Friday, August 1st. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We're going to check the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven with a versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. Whether it's a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, or powerful Ridgeline. Turn your dream Honda into reality during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them faster. Sell more, raise more, and build real relationships with your audience with Constant Contact's digital marketing tools, all made to fast-track your success. Put the go in your 2024 goals with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Ready, set, go to ConstantContact.com and start your free trial today.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. It's Vegas 2-0 over Ottawa. The Islanders 1-0 right now over the Red Wings. And beginning of the 3rd period, New Jersey is a 2-1 lead over Carolina. After 2, Colorado and Washington tied at 1. And wow, we have a shootout after 2 periods in Columbus as them and the Lightning tied at 5 heading into the 3rd. Blues and Sharks tied at 1 after 1 period, and midway through the 1st, Chicago is a 1-0 lead over the Panthers. Calgary hosts the Rangers later tonight, and Edmonton will host Minnesota. Patriots gearing up for their game this Sunday in Miami. Thursday night football, Pittsburgh and Cleveland are scoreless, and Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge named American and National League MVPs. And one last thing, Robert Kraft passed on the Pro Football Hall of Fame for 2025. Get down to the Pro Shop, powered by 47 this Black Friday. The shop for the biggest deals of the year. Score 30% off from 10:30 to 11:30 and 20% off from 11:30 to 12:30. Plus shop exclusive Bruins authentic deals. Enter or win signed items and more. Doors open at 10:30, so be sure to get down to Causeway early on Friday morning to save on your favorite Bruins items. I'm Joe Murray. The 3rd period's next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Blinds.com is kicking off the savings early with Black Friday mega deals all month long. Avoid the home renovation overwhelm. Swapping out old blinds for custom window coverings is a small project with big results. And Blinds.com makes it easy and affordable. It's a busy season. Skip the long lines or waiting around all day just to get a quote. With Blinds.com, shopping online doesn't mean sacrificing on quality, style, or service. A Blinds.com design expert can help you make the perfect selection on your schedule. We can even handle everything from measure to install. And you can get window treatments for your whole home installed for just one low cost. With over 25 million windows covered, Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings. Shop Black Friday mega deals all month long at Blinds.com. Get up to 45% off site-wide and a free professional measure right now at Blinds.com. That's up to 45% off and a free measure now at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hey, just the socks. Thanks.
Great. Name, birthday, email address, shipping address, billing address. How many fire hydrants do you see? How'd you hear about us? Can we text you?
Forget it.
If your online store doesn't use Shopify for checkout, your customers will just, check out. Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. That means fewer abandoned carts and more for your business. So switch to Shopify at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Run your game as the basketball season ramps up with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 100 times your money.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code GET100 and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks. Run your game.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's Overdraft Privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
The games play here.
Here's Nieto. He'll scramble in, feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Nieto a shot, and that tip denied by Olmark, who scrambled left to right. Jones with a reset, leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews, drops back, stands in, throws it back shoulder. Myers catches the 45 near side, tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. The Beasley Media Group station.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Look out. Dale Hunter's in trouble now with Belanger. Whoa! Craig Berube with a huge right. This is going to be a long game. Hunter going back for more. Byron Defoe getting in the way. Look at this. Here comes Ollie Colton. Uh-oh. Defoe there to pull the old friend off.
This is old-time hockey, Joe.
Mark Tenorti ready to go with Baumgartner in the corner, and Bobber's throwing rights. Tenorti's out of his jersey, or at least one sleep. Oh! 2 rockets, and Baumgartner is stunned.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 1998. The Bruins and the Washington Capitals combining for 270 penalty minutes in a 5-4 Boston overtime win. There were 14 game misconducts in that game, all of them in the first period.
I missed the year. What year?
1998. Oh. Bruins Caps.
Oh, that was...
Donnie Sweeney was one of the ones kicked out of that game.
That was Byron Defoe and Ole Kolzik fighting, right?
Yes,
Best man at each other's wedding, and they were laughing while they were fighting. But
yeah.
The rest of it wasn't a joke.
Almost all of those penalty minutes were handed out at the 11:42 mark of the first period.
I remember that well. At least the goalie fight.
There's a lot of the guys who got to stick around had a lot of ice time that night. So here we go. Bruins with a 1-0 lead on home ice over Utah as we start the third period. Boston will go from left to right here in the third. Elias Lindholm winning the draw. It'll come back toward McAvoy. He plays it off the near boards to Brazo. Banks one ahead. Lindholm feathering one toward the front, but Mata picked it off on its way to Marchand. Brazo will get it now behind the net. Spins onto his forehand. Puck just slipping away from him. Lindholm keeps it alive. Brazo got it out in front, but off the stick of Amelka. And Utah will clear the puck. Hayton bringing it up to the Boston line. Pass across for Keller. He gets wiped out.
It's a good back check by that time by Lindholm. He's, I know he's got the goal, and that stands out. And I know he's called himself out for not being better offensively. He still does a lot of good things defensively for you. And things that just don't show up on the score sheet, things that don't show up unless you're watching for it. I mean, right there, he gets back on that play, makes a good defensive play, and Utah has nothing. And he's done that all game long here.
There's Michelli sending one toward the middle for Krause. Shot went wide. Zacco lost it. Michelli over to Krause. Shot hit the post and then came back, hit Korpisalo in the back.
So the best chance that Utah has had here in this game on that turnover right there.
Here's Krause again. Shot blocked by Peak. Will go up and out of play.
So how do you handle it? How do you handle it? All of a sudden you're like, do you tighten up the stick, the grip on the stick, or do you continue to make plays? And that's worth keeping an eye on. I don't know if the Bruins, I don't know if I put them as a fragile team. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but certainly if adversity hits them, how are they going to handle it? And that's an early good chance there for Lawson Krause.
We've seen a few times this year almost where it feels like it's like an oh no, here we go again kind of thing, right?
It does.
Yeah. Kesselring off the face-off, gives to Cooley, left circle, fires one in on Korpisalo, cradles it against his body.
Yeah, it's hockey season. It's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
18:42 to go here in the third. 1-0 Bruins lead. Coyle wins the defensive zone face-off. Carlo thought about hammering it up the wall. Instead, sends it around behind the net. Wotherspoon pushed it up the left side. It comes to Coyle now through neutral ice and into the Utah zone. Coyle from tough angle hits the outside of the net. Cleared here by Utah, but that's going to go for an icing.
Yeah, I mean, they make a play coming out of the zone, right? Instead of just hammering around the boards, you make a play after winning the faceoff or winning possession. Now you go up the boards. Coyle ends up with the puck. He's by himself off the rush, but you're out of the zone. And,
right.
You're not stuck in there. You're not trying to just jam it up the boards. Try to make the right play and move your feet to get going up the ice.
Off the face-off, it'll come back to McAvoy. He walks it down into the left wing circle, all the way in behind the net. Puck on his backhand as he comes toward the near corner. Deals off behind the net now to Zacha. Zacha off the far boards to Pasternak. Pasternak back to Mlorai, and his shot hits a
penalty coming
stick
up
and goes wide.
Must be going to Utah, right?
No, Kesselring.
He's the one complaining.
Looks like he's complaining, so he's headed to the box.
Utah number 7, choose for cross-checking.
Cross-checking against Michael Kesselring will give the Bruins their 6th power play.
Kesselring was the hero in Utah last time these two teams met. It's in front of the net. It's a cross-check on Geekie. It's not a hard cross-check, but it's a cross-checking motion, knocking Geekie to the ice.
Kesselring not too far from home. New Hampton, New Hampshire native. Been a couple of years at Northeastern. But he'll watch from the penalty box here as McAvoy shoots one off the post from the right circle.
Short side high, he had it. Little screen there.
McAvoy's got it along the near circle, centering past Marchand, trying to find the handle to get a backhand shot. It's still loose, and now it comes back to the blue line and out. Zacha back to get it at the Boston blue line. Pasternak able to get around Sergachev. Right circle, shot wide to the short side. Marchand sweeps it hard around the boards to the near side. Elias Lindholm brings it down toward the face-off circle. They work it back to McAvoy. Now Zacha. Along the near side, hash marks trying to get it to Lindholm. Yeah, time picked off.
Have a little more patience there with that one. They backed off of Zacha, but he thought that he was going to get pressured.
Minute 10 to go on the man advantage. 17-13 to go here in the third. Bruins leading by a goal. Mason Lohrei coming through neutral ice. Pass intended for Merkulov was broken up. Lohrei backed into his own zone away from Cooley. Fires one up the middle. It's deflected. Brazo's going to be offside. He was behind the defense, but just a step too quick.
Well, it got the puck got deflected, so linesman was right there. You know, that might be one you just kind of let go and you can check it out later.
Go replay it if they score.
Yeah,
right?
But it looked like he was offside.
Yeah, just the deflection just took enough steam off that puck that timing wasn't right. So a defensive zone face-off here now for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's where the pass came from.
50 seconds to go on the power play. Coyle, Geekie, Brazo, Merkulov, and Lohrei, the 5-man unit here. Lohrei goes behind the net with it. And now will carry it forward. Up to the red line. Now to the Utah blue. Floats it off to the left side. Merkulov and Coyle trying to keep it in. It gets shot past Brazo and out.
Yeah, so Lohrei, you know, he's carrying that puck, but you got guys standing still at the blue line. So it's tough to kind of lead somebody there. You want to make that pass ahead of time, which you just did there to Merkulov, and now they're in the zone.
Brazo sent it behind the net. Geekie, near side point to keep in. Over to Lohrei, far side. Here's to Coyle. High slot, throws one toward the front, denied, and sent all the way down.
Yeah, that'll be it for the power play.
What we have not seen much of, if at all, tonight is them dropping the puck back as they start to come out of their zone. A little different look from the power play units tonight.
Yeah, they haven't had to go back too many times, but you're right. Well, the second unit usually doesn't do that either.
Right.
But
Wotherspoon's tried to throw one to the net. That hit a leg, kicked loose, and here's Kesselring, fresh from the penalty box. Coming up into the Boston zone. Carlo able to sweep it in behind the Bruins net. Wotherspoon plays it up the middle. Misses Beecher, and that will go for a Bruins icing with 15:42 left.
Great opportunity to extend the lead. They had one or two chances off the power play, but not as efficient as you'd like to see it, you know, when it's really humming, right? Big difference to make it a 2-0 lead on the power play in the third period as opposed to, you know, now you still have a 1-0 lead and you ice the puck, and now you're coming back into your own zone for this face-off. Life for Utah, certainly, after killing that.
Astolik wins the draw back to Carlo. Carlo lobs one into the air, out across the blue line. Beecher trying to bat it ahead against Mata. Hayton in the neutral ice, can't find it. Frederick, it's bumped off his stride by Kesselring. The puck gets deep into the Utah zone. Now Pasternak took one away from Schmaltz near the Utah blue line. Moved ahead for Utah by Keller. Zadorov chased by Hayton behind the net. Lindholm comes back to try to help him as well. And Elias going to bring it toward the near side circle and carry it up across his own blue line to the red line and floats it down into the left wing corner.
Interesting, Frederick on this line with Lindholm and Pasternak. We just have not seen Frederick a lot today, and I think they just need to get him a shift or two here because, you know, all the penalties, and he's killed some penalties, but he's not on either power play unit.
Hayton backhanding one into the Bruins zone. Both teams get some changes on. 5:15 gone here in the third period. Peak sends a pass up the right wing for Marchand. Banks ahead for Brazo. Throws one on goal. Vemelka forced to cover it as Marchand comes screaming toward the crease.
Yeah, I was just looking through 2 periods. I mean, Frederick had 8:44. You got Beecher at 6:33. This is just through 2 periods. So, but there's been a lot of special teams. And then you had, Kastelic. He's only had less than 4 minutes going into the 3rd period, but he had 2 fights.
Right.
So
Spent 12 minutes in the box tonight.
And Kepke was at 7.5. He killed penalties with Frederick.
And there have been 9 total power plays in this game. 6 for Boston, 3 for Utah. Bruins have a power play goal. That's the only goal of the night.
Krause had maybe the best opportunity of the game.
There's a free puck. Marchand on the left wing circle. Pivots back toward the blue line. Hands there to Lohrei, but as he played it off the far boards, taken away by McBain.
Best opportunity for Utah in this game. Krause earlier this period, right? That was off a Bruins turnover. And Krause in the left wing circle trying to go short side on Korpisalo.
Hit the post and came back and hit Korpisalo, and thankfully rolled wide of the net from there. Bruins wrapping up a 3-game homestand here tonight. They'll play in Detroit on Saturday night.
But you still have home games coming up.
Yep.
Until that West Coast swing, Western Canada.
It's Wotherspoon with a blast that goes up and over Vejmelka. McAvoy sent it behind the net, past Frederick. On to Wotherspoon near the far hash marks. He'll give it to Coyle out near the blue line. Throws it back in front for Frederick. Couldn't gather it in for his shot. Wotherspoon's got it now at the left point. His shot blocked off the leg of Bortuzzo. And he'll lob it out to center ice. Wotherspoon going to catch that out near the red line. Had a stick knocked out of his hands. Utah with a puck and Sergachev inside his own blue line. Sergachev to Kesselring coming into the Boston zone. Has it knocked away by McAvoy. Out of the far corner, it'll come to Frederick. Kesselring wrestling him toward the boards in front of the Bruins bench. Boston keeps the puck moving forward. Coyle will dump it in. Head off as part of a change. 6.5 minutes into this 3rd period. As Kastelic came calling for Gunther, nearly stole the puck, and now the Bruins have it in the offensive zone as Kepke goes in behind the net. Got it out in front. Beecher a chance, and Vejmelka gets it covered. And we get some wrestling matches to the right of his crease. Kastelic, who's already been involved in 2 fights against Bortuzzo tonight, being pulled away by a linesman. We've got 13-19 to play here in the 3rd, and the Bruins on top 1-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Get a head start on Black Friday all month long with exclusive deals. Right now, get 25% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees just in time for the holidays. And get a free select tool when you buy a select battery or combo kit. So don't wait to save. Shop these deals in-store or online now because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 11/21 through 11/27 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes 1 router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
13-19 left here in regulation. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. A lot of chatter between the 2 benches during that timeout.
Yeah, I don't know what Gunther was saying, but I'm sure that Kastelic was saying, you know, I could have put you up into the 5th row with that hit. I let you off the hook.
It's a face-off win
It
in the
started with
offensive zone.
McBain and Kaslik
Yeah.
there in front of the net. McBain's a tough customer. Winger, fourth line forward for them. Big guy, tough customer. But then it ended up with Gunther and Frederick and Kaslik during that commercial timeout. That was a big hit there.
Geeky just nailed Michelli coming into the Boston zone. Michelli's shaken up as he heads back to the bench. Bruins come ahead with numbers as Zadorov carries it into the left wing circle. Centering pass for Zacha was blocked into the corner by Sergachev. Out to neutral ice it comes, and Andrew Peak backing toward his own zone. Tries to angle a pass ahead to Pasternak that missed. Cole will play it out from behind the Utah net. 12:38 to go here in the third period. Bruins have the only goal of the night. As Schmaltz turns up ice, sends off to the right side. Keller down the right circle. Sweeps in behind the net. Schmaltz in the near corner. Back in the net. Wotherspoon got a stick on it. Bruins trying to get it out as it's fumbled out near the point. Lamoureux tried to shoot and fanned on it. Lost it out of the zone. Cole inside the Utah territory. Schmaltz.
Yeah. You know, an area that's not talked about a lot is the neutral zone, right? And I think the Bruins, they got their 1-2-2 system to the neutral zone. They've been much tighter here today in limiting opportunities, right? Have you seen odd man rushes? Have you seen high speed rushes by Utah? Not much.
Beecher sends around toward the near side corner for Koepke. Kastelik will move it out of the corner in behind the net and onto the far side circle. Chop free. Koepke gets over there and fires a shot that goes up and out of play.
You know, it's an important area because you slow teams up coming up the ice. And when you're tight in that area and you can hold the blue line if you're a defenseman. Now, the Geeky hit, I don't even think he really, he did intend on hitting him. Michelli dumped that puck in, and Geeky finished him hard, coming right across the blue line. It was 2-on-2. The Bruins D were up. Michelli comes across, he dumps that puck in, and Geeky just timed it perfectly, went right through the body of Michelli. But I do think that area has been better here today for them. You talk about odd man rushes. You talk about, we haven't seen that. I mean, they had a turnover early this third period, but you haven't seen a ton of turnovers.
Boride bats one toward the right wing circle here for Merkulov. Behind the net, Frederick coming toward the near corner. Has it on his stick, tried to center, it was blocked. Comes right back to him. Frederick out of the right corner again. Works his way toward the hash marks, gets spun around by Cooley. Kesselring will send it up ice to McBain. Drops it off for Cooley. Shot, glove save, Korpisalo, no rebound.
McBain and Frederick come together. I said McBain's no stranger to it. Neither was Frederick. They were chirping that last commercial timeout.
Joining us late, a couple of fights tonight between Kastelik and Bortuzzo. Second one was a doozy for Kastelik especially. See a face-off in the defensive zone here for Elias Lindholm. 11:14 to go.
Little space that time for Utah off the rush, but Korpisalo tracked that puck nicely and made a good glove save. No rebound.
Wotherspoon will send it up the far wing. Marchand couldn't angle it out of the zone. It'll come through the high slot area, and Wotherspoon rather backhands it out.
It was just that there wasn't a perfect handoff there after the face-off win by the Bruins, and it led to Wotherspoon having to try to go up the boards with it.
Lindholm able to get a stick on a pass in the neutral ice, directs it out of play.
That's good. I mean, Sobrazo's your first forward up. It's the 1-2-2 right there. You force that pass across the ice. Lindholm's in good position to knock it away. You don't let Utah come at you with speed. Little things, details.
It's what a lot of the first 20 games has been about, right?
It's lack of
details. Yep. Joe Sacco saying at his press conference yesterday, need to be a harder team to play against.
Harder team to play against. Protect the middle of the ice.
Rouse squeezes past the Wotherspoon check. Zacha comes over to make a play on him. Here's Kesselring. Was waiting for a one-timer. The pass was offline.
Well, that's self-inflicted by Utah right there. Yep. They were in good position. Lamoureux was in great position to take that one-timer. The puck was in his skates. He tried to make a pass over to Kesselring. It was behind him, or in front of him, I should say, looking for the one-timer.
Lamoureux being harassed by Geeky as he comes back into the Boston zone. Throws one on goal. Korpisalo the save. Covers it up. And we get some more wrestling in front as Bjugstad gets tipped over.
It's a big guy to get tipped over.
Bjugstad goes 6'6", 205 according to the game notes.
Krause is in there too. That's a big man.
6'4", 214. So defensive zone faceoff coming here with 10:14 to go. Bruins holding a 1-0 lead.
Slow period, right? Like a lot of whistles, seems like. It's been a choppy period. The Bruins haven't been any danger except for that turnover earlier.
Yeah, the one post hit. Other than that,
I thought Utah could have done a little bit better, something better with that last rush.
Puck will come behind the Bruins net here, and Peak sends it up the near boards. Kastelik able to lunge and get it out of the zone.
That's the face-off win, and they go with the reverse with the partners in behind the net.
Schmaltz backhanding into the air, glove down by Peak, volleys it right back out toward the Utah blue line. Past the midway point of this third period. Puck comes deep again. Peak try to get it behind the net. Zadorov got bumped off of it for the moment, but able to get to the far corner and regain it. Can't get it out. Cole over to Sergachev. Sergachev's pass across to the far side. He had Schmaltz coming down the right circle, but it never got there.
Beecher with the stick.
Cole just outside the Boston blue line. Will dump it in. Utah getting some changes on here. Lohrei will reverse it around toward McAvoy. Out of the near corner, he passes up the right side. Merkulov heading held off of it by Cole. At center ice, Coyle gets a pass from Lohrei, brings it into the Utah zone. To the left wing circle, stops and deals in behind the net. Merkulov is there, trying to backhand in front for Frederick, broken up. Kerfoot got a stick on that one. Out to the red line, Bortuzzo trying to hack it forward, instead has to back it up. Big hit along the near boards by McAvoy as he stepped into Carcone. Puck goes behind the net. Lohrei pivots away from Kerfoot. Kerfoot able to win it back. Carcone trying to force it out in front. Lamoureux down to the hash marks to play it back deep. Carcone looking again for Kerfoot in that far corner. Lohrei disrupted that pass. Coyle down there to try to help out as well. Lohrei played it to the far circle, but kept alive here for Utah. Shot by Lamoureux is blocked, and Frederick gets the clear. 8:25 to play. 1-0 Bruins have the lead. Lamoureux from his own zone. Pass gets to Gunther. Now McBain trying to drop it off for him. Lamoureux skates onto a free puck. Little give and go, and Lamoureux hit the post. Second post of the period for Utah. Lamoureux now gets around. Brazo throws one in front. Carlo's laying in the crease. Has to get back up and out of Korpisalo's way as Carlo gets the puck and plays it to the blue line, but not out. Otto on the near boards. Upended by Brazo. Now they get it clear.
Nice give and go. Lamoureux, the recipient, coming on that right wing side, goes off the far post. And a little bit of momentum here for Utah. It was a good shift by them.
Wotherspoon plays over to Carlo, near circle. Pass misses Zacha. Goes in on goal, so Vejmelka forced to play it. No icing. Volleyed back into the neutral zone. Pasternak has it on his stick. Plays up off the near glass, and Zacha will chase Sergachev. It'll turn back up ice on the stick of Bjugstad. Bjugstad offside.
Put himself offside.
Yeah, try to play it off to the right side for Krause, and proceeded the puck into the zone. We've got 7:21 to play. Bruins 1, Utah 0. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden here to talk about Prize Picks. Run your game as the basketball season ramps up with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 100 times your money.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code GET100 and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code GET100 on PrizePicks. Run your game.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
We've played close to 53 minutes. There is but one goal on the board, and that is Elias Lindholm's, assisted by Brad Marchand and David Pasternak in the second period with those helpers. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation is donating another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about our Feeding the Puck for Families program at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. 7:21 to go. Bruins up by a goal. Utah has hit the post twice here in the third period.
Yeah, first one a turnover. The last one off a nice give-and-go play. Nice give-and-go feed. Lammer became the recipient there on that right side. And
Kastelik helping one out off the near boards. He's battling his way up the right wing, trying to get inside of Lamoureux. They go back and forth with each other. Puck taken by Kesselring. Pass up the middle. Taken away by Beecher, but then lost it right back. Utah lost it coming into the zone, but we got a penalty coming up.
It'll be a slashing call. McAvoy not going to be happy about this one. Bruins have had 6 power plays. It's not McAvoy going to the box. It's actually Koepke. But now this will be the 4th power play for Utah. This is on the back check, right? You're trying to have that back pressure. Bruins snuffed this out right in the neutral zone. It was Beecher, but they couldn't quite come up with the puck. And then Koepke on the back check.
Took the stick out of the hands of Michelli.
Yeah, that's one where, yeah, Michelli goes back to the bench and the coach is yelling at him to hold on to his stick, but now it's penalty.
Face off in the near circle. Carlo will get it out.
If you've got enough of the motion, the slashing motion,
yep.
You know, that's hit or miss whether they call it that way. If you break the stick, it's always called. We talk about that, right? And it should, you know, it normally gets called if they see it, but sometimes they don't call it if you just drop the stick or get it knocked out of one hand, or that's a judgment call on them.
6.5 minutes to go. Utah trying to get their power play going here as they step into the attack zone with Kerfoot wrapping it around the far side. Oof. Diving effort made on the far boards by Marchand. He tripped up. Here's a centering pass and a one-time effort by Schmaltz. Didn't get much on it. Just wide. Sergachev from the near point.
That hit somebody in front. That was a good setup, and that just went wide. It was Schmaltz was open. Marchand's going to get to the bench after going hard into the boards. He got interfered with just a little bit.
Schmaltz to Sergachev at the left point. Gave it up and got it right back. Now over to Gunther. Out of the corner. Centering pass came all the way through to the near circle, and Schmaltz couldn't handle it. Yeah, Bruins get the clear.
Schmaltz's chance from the bumper, that hit a skate and just went wide. Even though he didn't get a lot on it.
Brought back through neutral ice. Michelli fires it over to the right side. Bjugstad toward the corner. Challenged by McAvoy. Puck jumped up in the air. 33 seconds left in the Utah power play. Lindholm able to get it on to Zacha and clear.
Battle won. McAvoy, Lindholm win a battle, and then Lindholm makes the good play into the middle to get that puck down ice.
20 seconds left on the Koepke penalty. From his own zone, Michelli gives to Cooley across the Bruins line. The pass, they get to Kesselring, center blue line over to the right side, and Bjugstad put it wide to the short side.
Yeah, that's because you had McAvoy coming out to contest.
Puck will wrap around to the far wall again for Kesselring. That is to get it away from Frederick. Now McAvoy comes over. Koepke's out of the box with 4:50 to play. Puck sent out in front as the net tips up onto its edge as Bjugstad and Peak were battling. It came all the way out into the neutral zone. Cole right back in to Michelli. Around the boards it comes, past Stenlund, and that will trickle back down to the Utah end. 4.5 minutes to go. Cole directed one deep into the Bruin zone. Carlo sent it up the near board. Zacha up it back for Elias Lindholm. Turned over along the near boards. Cole has it. Sweeps in behind the net. Around to the far boards. Wotherspoon pokes it up the wall. Pasternak pokes it up the wall to himself. Then tried to center through neutral ice for Zacha, but lost it at the Utah blue line.
I wonder how long they wait to pull Vejmelka. I mean, they haven't really got a lot. I know they've hit 2 posts, but they haven't had a lot of sustained attack. And now we're coming with under 4 minutes to go. You wonder when they pull him.
Geeky in on the forecheck after a Marchand dump in. It'll instead be cleared around the near boards. McAvoy at the red line stepping up on Keller. Dumped into the far corner by Coyle. Marchand went in after it. Puck brought free by Schmaltz. He'll work it back through neutral ice. On the left side now, Mata to Schmaltz. Pivots from the near circle back to Mata over to the far side, and a one-timer by Keller goes well wide. Schmaltz keeps in along the near side. Marchand deflected a pass. Kesselring will take it down into the right wing corner. 3:15 to go here in regulation. Bruins up by 1. Schmaltz out of the blue line, pressured by Marchand, couldn't force him out of the zone. Keller hands off to Kesselring. Now it's Schmaltz again at the blue line. Over to Kesselring, one-timer for the near circle, a save made, and the rebound thrown toward Korpisalo as well. On the near boards, McAvoy will send it out.
I don't know if the rebound actually got to him. Korpisalo with a good positional save there, moving left to right to get squared up to that initial shot from all the way over on the left wing boards. And there was a rebound there, but I don't think it got back through to him.
2:42 to go in regulation. McBain will backhand one in toward Korpisalo, who battles it aside for Peak. In the far corner, Zadorov took a hit to move the puck. Kastelik will work his way out of the zone.
Don't go through skates.
Skate, kick back in.
Don't go through skates.
They get it right back out. Frederick hands on to Kastelik, cutting ahead. Kastelik in the left wing circle sends a backhander to the front of the crease. Now thrown back toward the net by Peak. That gets blocked. Zadorov fanned on it out near the blue line. And here comes Gunther the other way for Utah. Gunther crisscrossing toward the near side. Shot went wide. Vejmelka has gone to the bench. Extra attacker comes on for Utah with 2:07 to go. Puck volleyed back out into the neutral ice. Utah back in their own zone. Getting a few changes on here as Keller steps his way forward with 1:50 left. Carlo poked it up in the air. Nobody's sure where it is. It's caught up in Keller's gear somewhere.
Yep.
And they blow the play dead with 1:47 left.
Man, it's hockey season, the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Faceoff will come outside of the Bruins zone here.
I wonder if they're going to call the timeout here or wait on it. They're going to call a timeout here, I think.
I would think so. Andre Tourigny tells the official we need 30 seconds to talk this over. Bruins with a 1-0 lead and 1:47 to go, and the net empty at the Utah end. Vejmelka, 30 saves on 31 Bruin shots tonight. 20 for 20 down the other end for the Bruins, Jonas Korpisalo.
Bruins have allowed 7 this period, right? A couple of posts, though.
Yep. Those have been the 2 best chances that Utah has generated in this third period.
They've been in, you know, they haven't been, you know, they've gotten a few times where they've just kind of thrown pucks out, but they've tried to make plays most of the time. There's a time to toss it up, do the high lob to get it out of there. But there's also a time to move your feet and make a tape-to-tape pass. Vejmelka's going to come back in for now with the face-off in the neutral zone.
So Joe Sacco will send out Carlo and McAvoy as the defensive pairing. He's got Zacha, Pasternak, and Marchand up front. And face-off win by Utah, but they blow it dead.
Vejmelka's coming right to the bench if they get possession.
Yeah, he's out nearly to the top of the face-off circle.
If they get possession.
And they don't, because Marchand plays one ahead into the Utah zone. Pasternak to Marchand, moving right in. And gets hooked off of it as he tried to get to a backhand shot.
Marchand wants a penalty shot. I don't think he's going to get it.
They're going to call it a slash. And into the box goes Stenlund.
That's a bad breakdown by Utah there. All right, they want to get Vejmelka to the bench. Okay, you don't quite win the faceoff, but then Pastrnak is able to beat Sergachev to a puck and just pry it free for Marchand, who goes to the net, and Stenlund's on the back check. He's got to take the hook. But I mean, that's a... You give up that play off a neutral zone faceoff? That's the stuff that's been happening to the Bruins.
Right. You got to live to fight another day on that, right?
Absolutely.
So 1:38 left. Bruins to the power play. This is their 7th power play chance of the night. With a 1-0 lead. Face off in the offensive zone. So Vejmelka between the pipes here. But even if he gets pulled, it'll just even things up at 5 aside. Sergachev going to bring it through neutral ice. He will gain the attack zone. Vejmelka heads for the bench. Puck dumped in. McAvoy, fans on it trying to shoot it around the near boards. Kerfoot reversed it around to the far side. Lohrei will be first man to it. He brings it back into the corner. Now finds Marchand along the far wall. Trying to poke it out of the zone. They get it to Pastrnak just outside the blue line. Marchand to Elias Lindholm. Lindholm trying to shoot for the empty net, but Kerfoot blocked it inside the Utah zone. Lindholm able to win the puck back, but slid it just wide in the empty net. Now it's free in the slot. Lindholm to Pastrnak. That shot gets blocked. Turns around, scores. Pastrnak into the empty net finally. And the Bruins lead it 2-0.
Sorry, I was laughing there. That was just a comedy. It was just blocking shots, trying to get in the way, running into one another. I'm talking about Utah players, and finally Pastrnak says, all right, enough of this. I'm just going to put it in the empty net. Kerfoot made the first block, and then Lindholm had a couple chances. They weren't clean, but a couple chances to try to finish it off, and then he ends up making this pass to Pastrnak. He had 2 players run into one another, and Kerfoot and Michelli, and the puck comes right back to Pastrnak in the slot, and finally deposits it into the empty net. And I'll go by your stat. The 2nd goal scored by the Bruins in the 3rd period at home this year.
First since the home opener. They had gone 10 straight games, 10 straight third periods at home.
They might be
without a goal, and now they're going to
check the
replay.
They're certainly not checking for goalie interference.
So if it stands, it is Pasternak's team high 9th of the year.
They wouldn't be challenging this if they weren't sure, right? I mean, unless the high stick. Okay.
Pastrnak looks like he knocked that puck down with a high stick before the shot. Here we go.
Game stoppage event prior to the goal.
Yep.
It looked like a high stick. So in that case, it's not a goal. Yeah, this is going to be called back. It's above the shoulder. So for a goal, like if he tips it in, it's the crossbar.
Yeah.
But this puck popped into the slot area. He knocks it down with a high stick. Settles it with a high stick before turning and firing it in an empty net.
Right.
So I think this is going to come off the board.
Yeah, the play should have been blown dead as soon as he plays that puck.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good challenge. And they could use it as a timeout right now for Utah.
Right.
This face-off will come back to the neutral zone. Vejmelka will go back in the net. It'll be just outside Utah's blue line. Sometimes the high stick's tough to tell, but it didn't look like that one was hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean,
they're making sure, but
yeah, I mean, as long as he touched it, it's clearly, I mean, the puck was over his head when he reached up and knocked it down. And yeah, the replay shows, I mean, the puck starts to flutter.
Even though he's kind of bent over at the waist a little bit, it's still pretty high.
So the officials have had
that's
their
a good
look.
challenge. So they still haven't scored a goal since the first game.
After the review, Boston player played the puck with a high stick. Therefore, there's no goal on the play. We're going to reset the clock to 1-0.
A lot of people headed for the exits for now.
Better get back here. This thing isn't over yet. 61 seconds. They just put 3 seconds back on the clock as well. So there's 1:01 to go.
Yeah, good challenge.
So Pasternak's empty netter is wiped off the board. Still a 5-on-4 manpower advantage here for the Bruins. with Stenlin in the box. Face-off just outside the Utah blue line. Zaka wins it from the neutral ice. Zadorov plays it into the Utah zone. Sergachev will fire it back out, and it's tipped into the Bruins zone by Keller. Zadorov from behind his net, around the boards to the far side. Coyle, it gets pushed back into the corner. It comes near side to Sergachev. Back up top, and a one-timer by Krause gets blocked. Keller out of the far corner, a centering pass. Schmaltz with a backhand, saved by Korpisalo, reaching to cover, and he does.
Schmaltz has had a couple good looks here in this period. He had that power play opportunity that just glanced off a skate and wide, and this one a little bit on the backhand as they find him in the middle of the ice. And these are the chances that you're trying to eliminate, right? Let's see what the Bruins do here for personnel coming out on this. Leaves Zadorov out there alongside McAvoy. Thought they might bring Carlo out there alongside McAvoy, but that's another good opportunity right there for Nick Schmaltz.
34.4 to go. Face off far circle. Zaka trying to chop it out. Marchand taking a swing at it. Can't get it cleared. Zadorov's effort blocked. Marchand's effort blocked. Still loose. 23 seconds to go. Across to the near circle. Cooley gave it up and got it back. His shot blocked by Zaka goes out of play.
Boy, sometimes the things that you think are the easiest things become hard, right? Just getting the puck out of the zone. We'll see if the Bruins utilize a timeout here, if they just go with it. Make a couple personnel changes up front.
Coyle and Kastelik coming out.
Well, you got your strong side face-off over here.
16.6 to go. Kastelik will take the draw against Barrett Hayton.
Yeah, he can cheat a little bit if he wants to because you got Coyle out there.
Hayton pulls it back toward the top of the face-off circle, but Coyle gets in there. He'll backhand it up and out.
Strong play by Charlie Coyle there on the boards.
Puck thrown back into the neutral zone, knocked down with a high stick by Marchand. Coyle smartly doesn't play it before Sergachev does, and that's going to do it. Bruins with a 1-0 victory here on home ice in Joe Sacco's maiden voyage as the interim head coach. They get 2 points, and we will be back to TD Garden with a recap coming up on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time.
For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living has been dedicated to creating an award-winning company culture, so residents and families receive best-in-class services. Across our 50 communities, Brightview associates help deliver peace of mind, safety, security, transportation, daily programs, delicious food, and high-quality care if needed. Discover how our vibrant senior living communities can help you live your best life. Visit brightviewseniorliving.com to learn more. Equal housing opportunity.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. Now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. After that, I told my wife we couldn't put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com.
Coming up short? We've got you covered. With Navigant Credit Union's Overdraft Privilege program, you can take charge of your finances with reduced fees. Just another perk of being an owner. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
What do Mattel, Banana Republic, ButcherBox, and Glossier all have in common? They power their businesses with Shopify. Shopify is the most innovative and scaled commerce platform on the planet that also happens to have the best converting checkout on the planet. And that's no industry secret. That's Shopify. Learn more at shopify.com/enterprise.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins with a 1-0 win over Utah tonight. We are joined downstairs by the victorious goaltender, Jonas Korpisalo. Jonas, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Obviously, a lot's been going on around the team here in the last couple of days. How were you guys able to get focused for tonight's game?
Yeah, it's been crazy couple of days here, and I think today just showed the mental resilience we have. It's not been easy last 2 days, but the way we played today, it's huge.
Jonas, when we talked to Joe Sacco before the game, he emphasized trying to eliminate or at least limit the chances from the middle of the ice. How do you think your team did in that area? And I know that they had a couple chances there, maybe in the third period, but it seemed like most of it was on the outside.
I mean, we played so well. I don't think there was